Yo.
Happy Thursday. Did you miss us? We missed you.
Hey, we black. What up? Yo, let's set this off where we started from. You know what I'm saying? Old school Fight Club. Y'all see what it is. I had to dust it off and bring it back just for you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all tell a friend to come on in. We're gonna have a hell of a show. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it's hitting for. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, DJ, come on, wake up, buddy. Wake up.
I just woke up less than 30 minutes ago.
We can tell, man. We can tell.
Make sure to hit the like on your way in. Go ahead and visit everybody's channel. If you haven't subscribed to everybody, please come on through so you can also check out the dopest content from everyone's individual channel. And then you can come back and see us every Thursday. Hit the like.
Yeah, shout out to the bandits and shout out to what do you call it? the Diary of Lovely Women? What was
Lover Gang. Shout out to Lover Gang.
Lovers Gang, yeah.
Lover Gang.
And salute to the Ismailite Nation, yo. And shout out to our sister LA Project. Yo, tell a friend, come on in, check us out. Y'all already know what it is, y'all already know what it's hit for. Y'all already know how we do it.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget, if you want your comments read, you can do that either super chat on those who have it on their channels, or you can also do it on Cash App. So please make sure to support the content.
And show to the birthday girl, birthday activity, birthday festivities. April Carter in the motherfucking building. What's up, April?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
and it's ironically my son's mother's birthday. So happy birthday, Miss Lovely Lady. Yeah, happy birthday, April Carter. Yeah, and to all the people who are birthday people, happy birthday to them Scorpios. I know what y'all doing. I know what the score is. Still Scorpio. It's still Scorpio season.
You know what's funny about Scorpios? I just say this to humble them because my son, my mama, my ex husband, they're all Scorpios. I'm like,
Mm.
listen, you ain't nothing but an overglorified Valentine's Day baby. So I'm gonna need you to relax.
Oh Lord,
You do the math.
what disease? I don't know, but hey, listen. But a lot
Uh,
of people in my family are Scorpios, so shout out to all, and they're all women.
Mhm.
Shout out to all the Scorpio women in my family. I got
Do
a
the
whole bunch.
math. Everybody who's a Scorpio is usually a Valentine's Day baby.
Mm,
9 months.
interesting.
only you would do. I just had that shit went over my head. I just
I know
I'm
it did.
saying,
That's why I'm like, do the math. Come back with it.
Hey, shout out to Beantown. Shout out to Chris from Beantown. What's up, Chris? What's going on?
you're
Tapping in for Beantown. Appreciate you, family. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And my guy Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. What's up, fam? Hey, make
so
sure
sort of
y'all tap in. Okay.
so the gas mask in the building also. We got A Dub in the building, Rice, and we got Barb straight out of Canada in the motherfucking house. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Make sure you like, share,
Hmm.
the usual.
And go
So,
ahead and check out everybody's page.
guys, so where you want to start at, bro? You got where you want to start today?
All right, so tonight we're going to be talking about the whole YN culture, the mindset that raised a generation of boys to be men before they were ready. We also have it for the girls who are numb before they were grown. We have a bunch of experiences that we see in our real life, but we also have the cultural influences, such as our movies and also media we kind of consume.
Mm.
Think of Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. We got the drill era, the TikTok hustle culture, and who shaped us. Is it a failure? Who failed us? And who's still stuck in it? Because I know Izzy, you also said we got some fashion. We might have
Yeah,
some YN fashion tips as well.
yeah, some YNs is cleaning up their act.
Hmm.
YNs and Zips. I think that's the movement. The movement that they're doing. YNs and Zips. So it's a bunch of. Okay, let me hold on. Y'all want me to share this with y'all? Share the screen with y'all.
You want to go
Oh
first?
yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So it's a bunch. So it seems to be a new movement of YNs and zips. Zips are the little 3/4 sweater polo type deals with the crew neck, and you zip
Mm.
them up like right here. You
yeah.
kind of wear a button up shirt underneath it, some slacks or some corduroys, and some shoes. So these are what the YNs seem to be doing. They're putting away their polo techs, they Nike techs, they're putting away the YN gear, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And going with the zips. These are zips. Let's see what they're talking about.
Uh-oh.
So this seemed to be a new thing. The YNs with zips. Okay, let's
How
see.
new? How new is it though? Cause y'all remember. I know y'all remember Travis Porter.
Uh-oh.
Y'all
Uh-uh.
remember Black Boy, White Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Running in
Black
back
Boy, White
like a
Boy.
crash dummy running. Hey.
But around them time, a lot of people was wearing polo and like Aero. They was dressing like preppy, like
Hmm.
Yes.
Aeropostale,
That is true.
American Eagle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this seemed to be the thing. The quarter zips. Let's quarter zips and match it. Let's get to it.
We don't do coffee. It's straight quarter zips and matches around here. We don't do Nike Tech. We don't do coffee. It's straight quarter zips and matches around here.
Who is the guy that only wears quarter zips? This is Jason Gamafi, aka the quarter zip dude. He recently announced he is no longer wearing Nike Techs and only wearing quarter zips and drinking matcha. Would you rather wear a quarter zip or a Nike Tech? Who is the
I can't. I
I don't
can't.
know. I don't know about that one.
I can't.
So they went from Nike Techs to quarter zips. It's the quarter zips now. This is what they're doing. They're drinking macas, matas, whatever the heck they drinking.
Matcha. Matcha.
Matcha.
The
Yeah,
girl
that,
loves the
that, that.
matcha.
Yeah, mucha, mucha. Yeah, that. And quarter zips. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think about that?
It's an
I mean,
evolution of the YNs.
I think it's a cleanup too because a lot of I see people wearing like poo shiesty on some fashion shit. That
Mhm.
shit is crazy. You know what I mean? So hey man, so to it.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
you might have started that DJ Wish Doctor. Remember your first your first bag Your first tag on thumbnails was all Pooh Shiesties with the fashion with the bling Pooh Shiesty like
I ain't gonna hold you. I was
You're
wearing
not
the
gonna let
push
you get that.
Pooh Shiesties, like, you know what I'm saying? The neon color Pooh Shiesties. You know what it is. I think you
but you know
started
what
that
it
shit.
is? I'm not walking into a store wearing push iced tea. I'm
I
too
hope
self
not.
aware. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah,
They be like,
man.
hey, is that you? Hey, wait. You just robbed the store last week.
So, I kind of wanted to ask you all because I think the whole situation with the YN culture of what we know kind of
Mm.
started with, like I said, certain influences. So, which movie do you remember, I guess, more as far as what possibly influenced it? Menace, Boys in the Hood, Paid in Full, ATL, Baby Boy, all those great movies,
Yeah,
cult classics.
yeah. I think the YN culture is new. I ain't gonna hold you. What influenced me on some YN shit is like Shatters, Scarface, um paid in full, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's new though, because they
Nah,
always had YNs. You know what I'm saying?
That's
they've
what
always
I'm
had
saying.
lions.
If you want to go from OG, original gangsters, I'm pretty sure all those people started off as a YN type of situation. If you
Mm,
want to go back to like the Al Capone days, even shout out to the movie Sinners, you technically have Michael B. Jordan as playing as twins. Those were technically old timey YNs.
okay.
Yeah, but I think so. You know, it's crazy, right? And we're gonna get into this in a minute, so I don't want to skip too far. But like, yo, if you know anything about Brooklyn, I went to one of the roughest middle schools in Brooklyn. I went to what's called IS 271. And
Mm,
Mm,
IS 271, they've been beating up people parents and stomping
mm,
people eyeballs out and stomping people out.
mm,
Like that was back in the 80s they was doing that.
mm.
So, it's not really nothing new per se, but it
right.
has calmed down a lot. So I can't pretend like little kids ain't been trying to beat up teachers and beat people parents up and do stuff like that where I'm from. They've been doing that.
So you
Hmm.
think the internet just made it like more visible?
Yeah, well, I think though, you know how it goes. I think that things run in cycles. So
Hmm.
there has been a lot of kids that haven't been outside like that. You know what I'm saying? They've been inside. They've been forced to get inside and being, they've been kind of forced themselves to be inside, play the computer, play the video game, whatever. And everybody's screaming about outside, outside, outside. And they
Mm,
forget about when you go outside, there's gonna be a lot more fights, a lot more violence, a lot more pushing, shoving, and trying to gain position. You feel me?
Hmm.
And so
right.
with that, a lot more things happen. So that's why I think it has happened. But to answer your question about the movies, I saw when Minister Society first came out, me and my homie, we seen that like 5 times in a row,
Hmm.
almost. Like we went in the morning and then we seen it from the morning show all the way up to the night show and just stayed there and kept watching it. But it didn't really influence me to act any different. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that stood out with Charles S. Dutton's part, he said, "There's a war going on outside and you are the prey." You know what I'm saying? So that made me understand that, yo, maybe I had to move a little differently, actually, and not end up like that. I mean, it had the reverse effect on me. Seeing Kane about to get out of there, go to Atlanta, change his life, want to change his life, want to do right, and get taken out. It's
Hmm.
like always the main character get taken out right as they're about to change their life and right as they're about to get out the game. So those I noticed that kind of stuff early, so that kind
Hmm.
of motivated me in a different way.
So do
Mm.
you think that was more of a warning than anything else, or do you think it actually did influence more?
That's a good question. I think it's up to I think it's up to the person, right?
Hmm.
I think it's up to the person how they choose to what they choose to see and what they choose to focus on. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I think they wanted it to be a good influence, but to some people, if they want to use it as a bad influence, that's what they're gonna do.
Mm.
What do you think, Doc?
As far as what my fault, I forgot the
So
question.
do you think the movies, the movies, because again, you said earlier with the whole internet being able to highlight it more,
Mm.
I think having the movies kind of showcase things. Were these more so like a warning? Were these more the things that influence people more to be in that kind of lifestyle, or what do you think?
I think is cause people always have this argument if art imitate life or if it's
Hmm.
like vice versa. I think it's both. I think is even with the internet stuff, the internet is showing it more, but I think the internet is also influencing more people to be on certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
a lot of rap videos, the rap videos that people wouldn't show on TV, that shit is on YouTube. A lot of this the rap videos we grew up watching, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, is not the same rap videos that's on YouTube because nobody not gonna put a bunch of choppers. You know what I'm saying? Like now they show up mad crazy shit on the internet. So I think the internet is amplifying it, like
Hmm.
showing it more, but I think the internet is also amplifying the influence too. You know what I mean?
So, did a little research, a little quick research on it. And a lot of the whole concept of the YN culture, especially
Mm,
like the original YN culture, it was based off of survival, not swagger. So, of course, like Izzy was saying, the millennials, Gen X influences from the 80s, 90s has shaped like a hood mentality. You had your poverty, redlining,
mm,
you know, COINTELPRO, crack era, you had absent, overworked parents, the forcing kids to grow up too fast. And then there was just violence that was just kind of normalized at that point. So as far as these movies, you know, and a lot of I see shout out to everybody in the chat. Please make sure to, if you want your comment read, hit it with a cash app or super chat. But a
mm.
lot of people are saying that it was the movies that glorified it. So where these films,
Between
were
the
meant.
movies and between the movies and music, right? Which one you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, because you can even say the influence of NWA.
Mm,
Rap started getting a lot less fun, so even you can kind of hear it now with the influence with drill music, right? So with that being said, do you believe that men were forced to be hard, women were forced to be strong? Like, do you think there was a suffering of one versus the other?
No, well, what? Go ahead, DJ. I'll go
I
after you.
was gonna just say no, not for today. I think the back in the days, YN culture was
Hmm.
based off of survival, but today, a lot of the YNs, them niggas come from good households. They just perpetrating some shit, you know what I mean, on the internet.
So they can fit
Ooh,
in. Yo, the
because they're
weirdest thing,
chosen.
so they can fit in. But this is the thing, right? So
Hmm.
I think a lot of times, people, first of all, everybody wants to be recognized, right? Everybody
Mm,
wants to feel appreciated. Everybody wants to feel like they belong to something. Everybody wants to feel a part of something bigger than themselves, right? And that's
right.
that's a basic human need and a basic human desire, right? Now, with that said, the crazy thing is that when we was coming up, a lot of it is peer pressure, but not so much peer pressure in the sense of people trying to make you do stuff, but in the sense of trying to survive, trying to get through and not being caught up or being a victim or being fooled, right?
Hmm.
Mm,
So, but I think, like Ye said, do you know what it's like when your people be dying? When you see the effects of it, when it is real and it's not on TV, that's a
mm,
Yeah.
whole different ball game, and it feel a whole lot different than you thought it would feel. And so when you get into that, that's when it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's when
Hmm.
it gets real. And I think a lot of people end up wanting to be better, do better, and have a real life, especially when people close to you die
Hmm.
and,
mm.
and they ain't coming back and they die on some bullshit and make you really evaluate life for real.
But I think even in this generation, I can't even really call this generation a bunch of posers. The actual YN culture, the drill culture that we see, especially with the whole Chicago, all that kind of stuff. I
Mm.
feel like, people were bringing up some video games in the chat earlier, and I feel like people are now, or at least this youth, because they never really had anything else to really see, they're numb to it. That's why you
Mm.
can see all these drill rappers, they're in it for the thrill of the kill, for lack of a better word.
I see what you're saying because a lot of drill rappers ain't the rappers that make it no side of bread. Is there only a less than a handful of drill rappers is really like really making bread. Like Dirk
Mhm.
is like is less than a handful of them. Is a couple of them.
Hmm.
You know?
And most of them are getting out of here. Because again, I don't even think it's for the game of rap anymore for them. I think they are just really in it for the thrill of the kill. And
But
that
that's
is kind
like
of scary how numb that one can become to that.
I'm telling you that I agree with what Iz was saying just now. They're trying to make a name. Like
Mm.
that's literally somebody trying to make a name. Like I even don't get me wrong. I know people like that growing up, but not as much as today. But there's some people that they ain't got they want to make a name by any means because they ain't got nothing else to live for, nothing else they known as, none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Until they faced with the question, do you want to live or die? And like Kane said, you know what? I want to live. And then as he took his last breath, you know what I'm saying? And so that's something that always stood out to me with Menace, even with Boys in the Hood, you know what I'm saying? Ricky was about to, it's like, yo, it's crazy though. Every time I watch it, it's like I want Ricky to have gone off and gone to college and been able to play football. And I know what the end result is going to be. Ricky! I know what the end result is going to be. But I'm like, no, bro. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. It's
Even would
crazy.
set it off. That's why I'm like, especially coming from a woman's perspective, that is, even if you, because I'm not going to talk about the YMBs because they're out there too. But, even just from a woman's perspective, having to bury your son, having to bury your brother, having to bury, somebody, a man child, a boy that's close to you, that can't be easy. That, I don't know. I feel like that also has to toughen up a woman in a way that I wouldn't want to experience. God forbid anything were to happen.
Yeah, no parent should have to bury their child for real. Which brings us to like, yo, it's sickening. It's sickening to see people get jumped. Like, yo, and I come from a culture where you at, LA? How you in the chat and not up here?
Oh
Swinging,
no,
swinging.
that's
That's not.
Oh,
that's
that's
the
you.
screen.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
about to
my
say,
bad,
okay,
my
okay,
bad.
no doubt. No, but look, shout out to LA Project. We miss you, sis. Where you at? Good, much love to you. Where you at? But look, so it's crazy, like seeing people get jumped. And I come from a place where they jump people. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it ain't really during the time I came up, it wasn't a lot of fair ones, as you call it. You usually got jumped. And that's some of the most savage shit. Like, and I think that's why I'm so compassionate because I've seen so many people get stomped out by like 10, 15, 20 people. That shit is hard. That's a hard way to go, man. That's a hard way to go. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is if you get jumped, these are the protocols for getting jumped. Stop, drop, roll, and run.
Or grab one person. You know what I'm saying? Grab one person and get your lick in. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Shit.
pray they don't got no weapons because you just want to hope they just got the knuckle. Just,
You know what? That's one of the biggest fear to get poked when people are
woo,
trying to jump you. That shit is crazy.
I was about
woo.
to ask because one of Friday. I love Friday, another cult classic. It's kind of more of a satire take on the whole hood culture.
Mhm.
What is the whole conversation about boys not being able to use their fist anymore, and everybody got to pull out that tool first? Why can't, if y'all gotta duke it out? Why can't it just be fist to fist anymore?
But because it's changed. Like because first of all, you don't know what the other person. 9 times out of 10, especially if you win, the other person is gonna come back. And they're gonna come back blasting. People don't know how to take a butt whipping. So, and a lot of times it be the people that start the trouble the most that especially don't know how to take an ass whipping. So they'll start it because they're trying to prove something or because they're trying to validate themselves through violence. And then when you beat their ass, then they're extra embarrassed because they was the one that started the shit. So now they have to retaliate like you started with them. So it might as well just take them out from the begin with.
So
And
there's
that
no
fist
honorable losses amongst men.
Not anymore. There's no
not
such.
anymore. Unless
Was
you
there
know
ever?
some if you know
Yeah.
people or you growing up in a tight knit community, it'll have honor among people. But when you going to war with a stranger, you don't owe them no honor. You need a win. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you bet. Yeah, you want to
A
get
win
home.
is a
And
win.
see, no, but that's the thing. And then two, it changes as you get older. When you got responsibilities, you got
Right.
people dependent on you, you got stuff to do. Fighting is a young man's sport. Fighting is not no grown man sport. I don't care what nobody say. No, because when you fighting as a grown man, that's called war, and war is till death. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time because I have a petty grievance with you. I'm supposed to fist fight with you. Nah, I'm good. You can have it. You won. You got it. You got it. Now,
And
if you
that's because you elevate because in war the general is not doing the infantry fist to, you know what I'm saying,
Facts.
in the, you know what I mean. That shit is not. That shit is degrading yourself. You know what I mean.
Facts. Cause yo, like I say it all the time, and I'm the only one I heard say it first. They don't have no insurance plan for old Nigma trying to fight. Like if you accident, like let's say I win, but you accidentally break my nose. As an older dude, it's gonna take a long time for my nose to heal. It's
That
gonna,
should have
Shout
come
out
out of
to
your
the
pocket.
older
you know
niggas.
what I'm saying? It's
But
gonna
I ain't gonna
take
hold
money
you.
and
I would
time.
I would fight fear with somebody I know. We could shoot the fear one. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it's a stranger, you don't know what the fuck is gonna
That's what I was
happen.
about to say. How would you know?
Yeah, they
Yep.
might stick you. You don't know.
You
Shit.
don't know. I told y'all about that thing. You don't know. Hey, listen, y'all. This is a little different show. This is Tough Talk Thursdays. I know we ain't been on in a couple of weeks, but this is how it goes on Tough Talk Thursdays. I know y'all and Rogue chat and DJ's chat and my chat. If you want your comments highlighted in red, we not dishing you. If we miss you, we ain't trying to dish you. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. But if you want your comments highlighted in red, do so through the super chat or through the cash app. That's the only way that your comments will be highlighted in red. There's no disrespect. We ain't trying to be funny. It's just so many chats. I know y'all can't see them all, but we got
But we
three
can
three
see
chat
them
rules
all.
combined.
Yeah.
They can't though. We got three. I don't think they can. We got
I'm
Mm-mm,
gonna
three
they
chat
say
can't.
it
rules
actually
combined.
splits it even more if you are doing vertical and
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
That's
y'all
definitely
doing both. Oh, look, oh, that's
yes,
crazy.
it
Yeah,
actually
so
splits it.
I ain't doing that just yet. But make sure that y'all absolutely support the show, support the stream, support your favorite content creators, and get your questions answered, get your comments read. We appreciate y'all for coming through and kicking it with us.
Do you want to read super chats first, and then we can? I put some videos in the chat if you want to pick one or two.
in the chat. All right, let me out. Damn, you could you have posted in in this private chat?
I
That way I
mean,
could just click on it, or it'll be more. If it's more, if it'll be more, I could just copy and paste it.
well,
But
I was
shows me
saying
the.
that they're from TikTok, so I was on my phone. I'm on my
Okay,
computer
okay.
with StreamYard.
All right, I got you. All
Welcome
right.
in, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And
Hey,
shows what the
Mola.
Anki says. Everything they do is a personal choice. Damn, cookies is a personal choice, and 100% within their control. Listen to all the same. I think he's saying I listened to all the same music and didn't none of that shit, or I didn't do none of that shit.
Hmm.
People just fucked up. I ain't gonna hold you though. People are fucked up, but you gotta remember though, people, a lot of people are easily influenced. You know the crowd of people that they are wrong. You know what I'm saying? We social creatures, and is in our nature to want to be a part of the group. You know what I mean? I get it. I respect people that don't gotta be a part of the group and don't follow peer pressure, but we can't sit there and say the majority of people ain't sheep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but beside that, to add on to that, man, sometimes your life be on the line. Sometimes your life be on the line. If you don't get down with somebody, if you don't get with a crew or a clique, like it's real dangerous for
Might
you.
be food, right?
Yeah,
But
you
some
will.
people born into that shit too, though.
Yes,
A
yep.
lot of
Hmm.
Chicago people and people from the West Coast, a lot of them they born into that shit.
Hmm.
A lot of Migos.
Shout out
Shows
to
of the
Mo.
I showed the on be streaming. He said low lives exist since the beginning of time. It has nothing to do with music or modern technology. Some people just don't have morals, wicked by nature. You think it's
I
nature? Yeah, I
so
think.
okay.
I think it's very rare to find a quote unquote evil person, but I do believe that they
Hmm.
exist. I think
Mm,
that most people are naturally. I think most people do things that are not good,
mm.
they're not supposed to do. But evil is a whole different
Yeah,
level. To
that's a
me,
different
that's a
intention.
whole different.
Yeah,
Evil is a
yeah.
different.
But
I
do you
think people
think?
are selfish and self centered, and then they want the easiest and the best way out. And a
Mm,
lot
Mhm.
of times that leads to a certain level of criminality. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no.
mm,
Actually, I'm happy you said that because I was going to ask. I don't necessarily think Hawaiian culture is necessarily evil if that's the case.
mm,
Because again, the whole premise of it was survival. Even you all just said, the whole pack mentality from how a
mm.
lot of people are just born into it. I think it is more of a it's just kind of a way it is kind of situation because of all the influences. One of the videos I put in the back, it was like expressing YNs from every race. It's not even just an our problem type of thing, right? So I think people just had to thug it out and survive it, literally. That's why you had the Al Capones. That's why you had just so many different, the Black Panther Party first kind of split up and became the whole Bloods and Crips. So it kind of just turned into a survival than anything else.
I don't know exactly if that's the most accurate description of what happened, but I
I'm
hear
I'm
what you're saying.
I'm, I'm
As a matter
paraphrasing.
of fact, I don't think that's actually what happened at all. But I got what you're saying.
I'm
But
paraphrasing.
yeah,
Because that shit was started out of survival. You know what I'm
it did
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
from the
And
police.
from the police and a lot
Right.
of Aryan brother raised gangs and shit like that. Because even in
Mhm.
New York, a lot of the gang shit started in prison too. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
lot of the
Mhm.
Bloods and Crips and shit.
Yeah,
That ain't
Rikers
no
Island. Yeah.
New York shit. That is
No,
some
we had
West Coast
posses.
shit.
That's a fact. We had posses. We didn't have gangs like that. So I didn't experience gang culture like that when I was in New York. It happened like going towards the early 2000s is where
Mm.
gang culture really took over, especially like in Brooklyn, like Bloods, Crips, that sort of thing. But when I was there, it was posses, more so than anything else, But
Mhm.
yeah.
Do you want to look at some of those videos, Doc, or because I
Let
do
me
have another segment we can move with this.
see. Let's show them something. Let me see.
Let's give them something to talk about. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Likes are free. Likes don't cost nothing. Hit the like button. If you have something you want to add to the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you add to the conversation. Now, look, there's a rare opportunity. There's a rare opportunity. If you want to be on cam and you want to be a part of the show, we need that. You got to put the Hondo up, though. You got to put that Hondo up. There's a cash out. You got to put that Hondo up. Put the Hondo up, and then you
I do
will
want to
open
read
up
something
there.
from my chat real quick because this is a good point. Trophies
which
get
one?
you want to highlight it from I Am My Grandmother's Rebellion?
This one?
hmm So trophies get picked up for a reason because children are vulnerable and their frontal cortex is not fully developed. As well as impulse behavior, decision making isn't as developed if they're under 25.
Mm.
So that kind of goes back to what you were saying, you both were saying as far as the pack sheep mentality, that also kind of just that survival, that wanting to belong, and the fact that it is so easy to kind of push this onto youth more than it is to adults because they are malleable. They are the ones that are going to kind of follow suit. You make it look trendy enough, you put in their video games, you do put in their music, their movies, it's going to look appealing to them no matter what the consequences are because the youth believes they're, invincible. It's not going to happen to me until it happens to me.
And which one of these videos you wanted to pull up? And make sure you
Whichever. I gave you a bunch.
alright, I'm about to play the first one.
Like whatever looks good to you.
Yeah. Because I don't want to have to play it before, so I'm about to just
Because these are just some of these are just like basic explanation of YN culture, what we know it as today. I kind of put some different like people who are pissed off about it, people who understand it, all that kind of good stuff.
alright.
And in the chat, let us know how do you feel about it.
Um,
Pick up your pants. You're 28. Please. Like, I never thought I would get to the age where I'm like, I'm tired of seeing grown men sagging. Like, wait, is he taking a picture of my license? Don't piss me off. But I'm like, I'm tired of seeing the sagging. Like, we get it. You want to show us your cheeks. But if they're musty, if they're sweaty, if they're stains,
wait a minute. Is this guy
Yeah,
a
yeah.
part of the
He's
LGBHDMI?
definitely saying he definitely plug and play, man. Come on.
He's saying he
Are you
don't want.
setting this up?
Yeah, he said. You know what I'm saying? He
Does
said
that
it.
make does that make what he's saying less relevant though?
Yes.
It does not.
It does so. We don't want to hear that shit. He sound like he's lusting. He like, yeah. Well, yeah, put your pants up because I
And
don't
he's
want to see
talking about
those
aesthetics. To
dark,
me, like
sweaty.
aesthetics don't necessarily make the person a YN if they indulging in YN activity. He's talking about, you know what I mean? Like the first thing
We
he
just did
mentioned is
YNs.
sagging.
We just went up to YNs doing, quarter zips now. So the YNs are obviously listening. They say we want to go back to the preppy movement.
Yeah, but that ain't go for him. That they did not listen to him. They didn't get it.
All right, you
Yeah,
can pick another one if y'all don't
the
want to do
views of this
a
gentleman does not.
We have others. We have
Of this
others.
trans gentleman.
the trans, the first nigga that said that trans gentleman shit, that shit was crazy.
That shit was hilarious.
All right, let me see.
We have others. Y'all have to be open to other
Well,
people's.
every race and ethnicity she has their own version of what a YN is, bro. Yo, for black people, it's very recognizable. There's a ski mask, a money spread, YB playlist, the general demonic look. All you gotta do is exist, and they already found something to clown you about, bro. Also, a varying danger level low key. Hispanic people have the Edgars, bro. Just the mere sight of a haircut could strike fear into every 7 a.m. homeroom teacher's mind, bro. Usually gonna be in group. You're not always gonna have a danger level with them, though. It's gonna depend on what state they're from. The white guys are gonna have the guys with the mullet haircut. In the 90s and early 2000s, it was everybody with the frosted tips haircut, bro. As soon as you see this haircut, you already know chaos is gonna unfold. I can only imagine that they will walk into a mall and everybody above 35 will let out all kind of groans and sighs, bro. Yo, Arab men and everybody in the UK is considered road men, bro. They'll have the Nike tech, the ski mask. They're gonna have the big puffer jacket no matter what degrees it is outside, bro. Demonic look and general negative aura around them, bro. They're gonna have 4 phones, always be outside, and you probably owe them $20, bro, low-key. The Asian version of the YN actually has a lot of range and variety to it, bro. They could fall into the roadman category.
Yo, everybody $20. Yo, son, you got my 20? Yo,
I ain't gonna hold
No,
you.
that's the British YN. So, hey, bruv. Hey, bruv.
Hey, bruv.
Hey, bruv.
The
You got my
road man
20?
them. Road man them. Back when we call people road man too. Right. That means you just
Auntie is
outside all
old
the
too.
time. All right, let me see what this thing got to say.
And that's why when this entire thing with Slim Thick Kim and Gotti Boy Ant, I don't know why I put a U in that yesterday. No, his name is Gotti Boy Ant. So I'm guessing this young man's name is Anthony. I feel like if his name was Antoine, he would just go by Antoine. But I think it's the Anthony he's trying to abbreviate. I was like, what is a YN? Because I feel like this term is being applied too freely. And yeah, I just wanted to define terms. So based on everything I've seen, all the comments, the researches, a YN is not only an age piece, it's a lifestyle, mindset, mentality piece. So yes, you do need to be young. You do need to be a nigga. But I think for age, I think 24 needs to be the max. I think 24 is the cutoff. This Gotti Boy Ant said he's not no YN. He's 25 years old. So if anything, it might be even younger. But when I think of the age brackets, fill out your age range, check the box, I'm thinking 18 to 24, maybe even younger than 18. But I do think 24, you are too old. But yeah, it's really the lifestyle piece. It's the life.
So let me ask y'all this, because she's saying it's like a lifestyle, but it seemed like she's saying anything below 24 is acceptable for that type of shit. But when I hear YN, I'm thinking some side of criminality. Because a young dude just dressing a certain way, minding his own business, going to class. How is this man a YN? You know what I'm saying?
He's not.
Yeah, I think they're too hung up on the aesthetics of what a YN is. You know what I mean?
Facts. And I think that's why this quarter zip either is going to help a lot of people or is going to hurt a lot of people.
But look at this. When they was doing the black boy, white boy, Travis Porter, niggas was still trapping. You know what I'm saying? They just was wearing hella polos and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Style.
Yeah.
Right? I be joking that all YNs do is wear Amiri jeans. I just learned what an Amiri jeans was in December. I'm like, who is this Amiri? And why does he make these jeans that niggas love? Baby, I was born in 1989. But it's not just the Amiri and the designer.
Wait, time out. Why?
Right?
Why do I think that she needs a crystal ball somewhere? Why do I keep looking for this?
She look like she got the whole.
I can see your future. Call me now. I'm looking. I see coming out.
Shows it to the homie trucker.
She's
I guess
YM Miss Cleo.
And I guess since we ain't pile up, if you want, we could get some of the supers out of the way and shit.
Yeah,
too,
no
you
doubt.
know?
Shout out to my guy Truckee. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, Truckee. He said I got coke on my elbows. Even me can say that. It's beautiful black women, right? Naturally. Now, coke. Okay. Someone please get this brother a fix. Shout out to Truckee. Yeah, I appreciate it. Please don't get high and drive, though. Please don't get high. Because you might. I got the dope.
That boy trucker, you'll start his weekend early. You know what I mean?
It's Thursday. What's up, Brandon 86? What's going on, bro?
It's a lifestyle, it's the mindset. I don't want to assume what Mr. Gotti Boy Ant does for a living, but baby, I don't have that job. I don't have that job. This romper's from Target. These non-prescription smudged glasses are from Zenny. Okay, these were $29. We don't have the same job. And based on a lot of the comments, y'all are saying, oh, these are, hood ninjas or they're D-boys, da da da. So it seems that part of like the YN lifestyle is illicit activity.
That's the main
vice.
That's the main part of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the main ingredient, if you will, right?
Right. You know what I mean? They just
type activity.
I ain't gonna hold you, but you know what? Most things people do get hung up on the on the aesthetics of shit, and I think it's because it's the internet and we viewing stuff through our screen. So the most things we see is the aesthetics. We ain't know the inner workings of most shit.
So when we think of work, when we think of traditional work, definitely not those types of work. And yeah, the mindset piece, I think it's, get bitches, make money. Let's spray out all the money we made. And
wait, they had a song called that a long time ago. F bitches, get money. I did have that song. That came out long. I know that song. That came out 1994. I know that song.
And be designer down and get money fast and be flashy and flamboyant, So, this is just something we've seen throughout history. It's just by a different name. And because of the YN lifestyle and the trappings.
Because of the YN lifestyle and the trappings. You know what I'm saying? Show to this lady, man.
It is appealing to a slim, thick Kim type, right? She starts the story time of saying, I came across this young lit nigga on Instagram or whatever platform. That is appealing. That is appealing, especially for someone who kind of embodies that like city girl lifestyle. And I think to Slim Thick Kim, she's like, you know what? I might have to pay for this flight and this hotel on the front end. And she did that in hopes of a return on her investment. And in the immediate,
I'm confused. Who's Slim Kim? Who is this Slim Kim?
I was trying to disregard that because I assume it's somebody that is like a young artist or somebody that I didn't know. I just assumed that's what it was. I don't know who she talking about. Only name I know that she was talking about was young boy. I don't know nobody else she was mentioning. But what I would say she was on point with is that and we said it earlier, it's not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing new. Let me see this other video what Rogue had posted. Let me see this shit right quick.
Oh, Little Kim when she was slim. Oh, that's who Slim Kim is. Little Kim when she was slim. That's who Slim Kim is. That's hilarious.
That is crazy to say. That is
Slim Kim is Little Kim when she was slim. That's
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Lil Kim destroyed herself, bro.
Facts. She used to be so cute. Shout out to Lil Kim. She went to my high school too.
That's what's up. Yeah. She's younger than you. Younger than you?
No, she's a year older than me, I think.
Okay. Let's see. We got one more.
The YNs, right? Because there's a lot of complaining and finger pointing at the YNs, like everything they're doing is their fault. So I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper into that. I'm not saying that these YNs shouldn't be held accountable for their actions. It's not what I'm saying, because they should. But at the end of the day, you got to think about how they was raised. Someone grew up with mother and father in their life. Someone grew up with just a father. Someone grew up with just a mother. And someone was raised by their grandparents. But the thing is this right here, man. I believe that a lot of these YNs are influenced by hip-hop culture and a lack of their parents setting.
Hey, bro, where you at? How you give us these rinky-dinky videos and then you gonna dip on us while we out the
Hip-hop
culture these rinky-dinky videos
community for a long time, man. I don't care what you say.
You see, I don't like when people blame hip-hop, because it's like people do that shit. Back home, people used to demonize like dancehall music, like it's vulgar music. It make people, it got, you know what I'm saying, niggas daggering women. You know what I'm saying, you know, when
And
the
make the
party,
guy them shake them boom boom.
yeah, and it make the young men then want to be bad man. You know what I'm saying?
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Batman.
But I think before, if it didn't have the music, people would have still do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like poverty and a certain lifestyle, that should just breed criminality. It's just that people got art to express this shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But people would have still be doing that shit. If it was just movies, it would have be a bunch of gangster movies still. You know what I mean?
How is he gonna blame me for what other people are saying on TikTok?
You brought it to us, and they gonna dip and go get fast food. That's some
I
bullshit.
had to go take care of my own personal little YN. He was hungry. He
Hey,
just
don't
came
call
home
him
from
that.
Don't
work.
call
He's a
that man
young
a
man.
YN.
He's a
That's
young
crazy.
man.
A
He's a young
YM.
man.
He's
He's
a
the
YM.
YM. Yes, a YM, not a YM. Shout out to little brother. He's gonna be a solid young man. We're
He is
speaking destiny into his life. He's gonna be a solid young
absolutely.
man, a great man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I agree.
why Jesus think about her calling that man a YN?
Why
What does white
Jesus
Jesus
frowned
think?
upon that shit? I
No,
actually got a
why Jesus frowning upon me right now?
What he
let me
is,
ask,
he's proud.
let me ask y'all this though. Y'all think in the future people gonna still be on this? Y'all don't see like this YN shit dying down a little bit?
Yeah, it's
No,
especially
it's just gonna get
yes.
another name.
No, I do.
I'm just seeing
Especially
the aesthetics. I'm seeing the aesthetics, but I'm
it's
seeing
dying
people.
now. But no, I'm thinking
Mm,
the thing because listen, the more that the internet shows these violent acts, and people are not really used to seeing those shit like that, they
mm.
are going to be disgusted by it, and they're going to be turned off by it, and it's going to make people, it's going to make them pay more attention to their children, be harder on their children. Is going to invoke a change.
I have to disagree because at the end of the day, people are getting poorer. People aren't getting richer like that.
But wait a minute though, Rogue. Right today, more than ever, more than I've seen in a long while, is so much other ways to make this paper that you ain't gotta do no criminal shit,
We
Right.
especially with
literally
all this
have the
AI shit.
government stopping everything. Like y'all don't realize it's all also about how the government and how just the whole overall society is moving, right?
I think it was way more gatekeeping to make money back then than now. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas is making apps, starting YouTube channels. I think the YN culture is dying down. I think
Yeah.
more people is cool with being on some nerd shit. I didn't even know so much people is into anime, and
Anime.
I
Yeah.
got hip to this shit later on in life. I didn't know it was so much you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that shit is dying down. Being a criminal is like less cool. You know what I'm
No, who wants
saying?
to be locked up in jail around all men 24 and some more? Someone tell you when to wake up, someone will tell you when to go to bed. There ain't no chicks in there for real, contrary to what they be trying to make you think. You know what I'm saying? Who want to do
And
that?
that shit don't got no most of that shit don't got no retirement plan unless you know to wash some bread and transition into some legal shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's not the majority of people, you know.
No doubt. And the daggone fines and stuff like that be worse. Like, especially, I can't see how you could possibly want to be a D boy. You might as well get a regular full time job and just work overtime than be a D boy in
Right.
2025. I'm gonna tell
But
you the
who needs a
truth.
retirement plan if you're not gonna live past a certain age either?
But
Yeah,
still,
ain't no
thank you, thank
retirement.
you. Like, but can we give somebody encouragement? Get a job. Like,
I mean,
I don't usually do to get a job, but shit, it's better than selling Coke
I'm
cookies.
saying for the ones who actually do pick up that lifestyle, that's not what they're thinking about. It's not.
Right, but this is the problem, right? So a lawyer to beat the case, um, you you know what I'm saying, to live and to you see what happened to Diddy. Listen, we see what happened to Diddy in front of our face. They broke him down and broke him financially all at the same time, and that was God doggone Diddy getting millions of dollars for 30 years plus. And now, you know what I'm saying, he down and out with nothing, begging for cash apps like me on the stream. So like at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you gotta really, like, you gotta really be taking a proper assessment of things and really taking things seriously, man. Yo, the goal is to live as long as you can. I know y'all want to be YNs forever, but the goal is to get older, and so you have to prepare for you getting older, and that means making responsible decisions across the way, along the way. You know what I mean?
What do y'all think about the old YNs like Jim Jones and shit? Shouts out to no
Ooh.
disrespect. Shouts out to Jim Jones and these niggas. What do y'all think about that shit?
The fact that you even said an OYN seems very counterproductive to me.
It is. It's an oxymoron. It's an
Very much an
oxymoron.
oxymoron.
Shit.
It's a moron. He's just
That's a
It's a fear
moron on
syndrome.
oxy. A moron on oxy. You know what
he's
I'm
just a moron.
It's a Peter
Moron
Pan
for real.
moron
syndrome.
popping oxy. Oxycodone.
Stop it. And when you don't want to grow up, when you think that you are going to be forever this way, you're stunning your own evolution. And I feel
Mm.
like a lot of people do that. I can't even say men. I feel like a lot of people stunt their own evolution. And it's kind of like you want to relive your best days instead of just making more.
Mm. What the equivalent of a YN is when it comes to like the woman? Is it like the stripper cult, like the city girl type shit? Is
Yeah,
that the
a washed hoe. The 304s. You know the 304s that don't never want to stop 304ing.
yeah?
Yeah.
So it's actually funny you said that because, there was a segment that I have roles and we inherited hard
Mm.
boys and hard girls. So you do have, the angry young black man, the emotionally detached young black woman, the ride or die girlfriend, the numb survivor, hustler as a hero, and get it how you live mentality.
Mm.
So that also kind of breeds no softness for boys, no protection for girls. You're choosing the danger over the discipline, and young men without mentors and young women who, they're kind of just living through all of this without any guidance as well.
Right, but hustling isn't bad, and that's the crazy thing. They take so many good things and make it bad. Hustling used to mean that you did whatever it takes within legal means, within good means, to make it happen for you and for your family, and make it away. So hustle, no. So hustling is not bad at all. It's the connotation that you get behind hustling. Like, yo, hustle is that get up and go. Hustle is
People
that
Right.
even
is that
talk about
passion.
it in sports. You know what
Right,
I'm
it's that
saying?
passion. It's that passion to go and make yourself happen, make things happen. So you
But
know what
that's
I'm
not
saying?
new. You had bootleggers. That was a hustle. You had people who were actually hustling people, like when you were playing, pool hall type of stuff. So it's
Mm.
not new to say that hustling took on a negative connotation. I think with every word, you're always going to have a good and a bad side to things. Is
Nah, but I think that's part of the problem. I think the fact that they made hustler and being a hustler synonymous with some kind of scammer or something like that is what's part of the problem, right? Hustling is that get up and go, that unction, that right to go get it. And so say used to be proud to be a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know. And you used to be proud to get up and get it and go get it. And I think a lot of times the us making words that are good negative is what makes a lot of YNs or young people strive towards the other side of the game
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It actually pushed them to the negative side by demonizing certain shit.
by demonizing certain
and
shit,
having
right?
you said that, I have a question for you, gentlemen.
Mm.
So, what part of YN culture do you think that you adopted, even without realizing it?
I mean, is
Don't be
hustling
worried.
part of YN culture?
Any of it,
No, I don't
whatever
think hustling
you.
is
I think hustling is before YN, predates YN culture. I would say,
definitely.
Again, don't look at just today's YN. So we're going all the way back as well. Every
I would
type of
say
YN.
toxic dating. Toxic dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, I want to go with that one. Toxic dating, yeah,
what is
yeah, like
toxic
doing.
dating?
I mean, well, go ahead.
This the shit that you used to value as a YN when you dating, you know what I'm saying, toxic relationships. A lot of times some of us carry on the remnants of that shit to where we gotta consciously shake it off. It's not some shit that we just not, you know what I mean? We might run into some like a crazy chick or a wild relationship and it make us be like, damn, I'm like I gotta reevaluate my decisions and shit. You know what I mean?
I
I
got
think
some gentlemen in my
so.
chat that said robbing and jacking.
Not well. Not it was. I didn't have to. But I think something that like for me and to add on to what DJ was saying is with the toxic dating. I think for me it's the making people so
Mm.
disposable, right? Like jumping into situations just for the thrill of it, just for kicks and giggles. And I think that You know what I'm saying? That's a dangerous part of YN culture that I fell into personally, just
Mm.
being frivolous. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lots of girls liked me. I was having a good time, partying all the time, being at parties, not taking things too seriously. I think those are things that are detrimental and catch up with you after the end too. You know what I mean?
What about fighting? You gentlemen did not partake in fighting.
I,
Oh yeah,
I,
yeah. You know
yeah,
what?
of course, but that's because you had. That's I only fought when I had to. I wasn't really. I never liked to fight. I only fought when I had to, and I had to fight a lot. But
What
Now
about
we fought.
unprotected? Well, I know DJ, you don't have any kids. Possible oops babies.
I don't know nothing about that. I ain't
Okay.
had no oops babies.
Okay.
I ain't had no oops babies.
But
Thank the
would
Lord.
you consider would you consider these things, especially what you also saying, with the squabbling, the fighting and all that, would y'all consider these things as part of the YN culture that influenced you even without you realizing that it was an influence?
I don't
One
know if
thing. Okay, good.
I was gonna say I don't know if squabbling is a part of YN culture, but I guess it is if you're gonna stop doing it when you're older, so it probably is by definition, you know.
I would think it is just based off of the fact that, young men, especially, y'all don't really have an outlet in that way where when you guys get so far, like fed up and so angry, a lot of young men, that is your only way, unless you were in sports, unless you were doing something else. A lot of men that was, or young boys, that was their only way of getting that anger out. I don't know if you guys,
But is it YN just be because now it's sounding like everything that we did when we was younger is YN. Because I think fighting is part of being a man. Fighting is part of boy to men, the transition from boy to men, fighting, growing up fighting, being able to handle yourself with physical contact, not being like, what I'm saying, scared to engage physically. That's some shit that every young man should go through. Either fighting amongst your peers or at least your parent put you in
Mhm.
something to, you know what I mean? But I don't know if it's YN. When I'm thinking about YN, I'm thinking about something like that resembles some criminality, you know what I mean?
Yes and no, because again, the fact that you're not a criminal, you can still inherit some, or you can kind of get influenced by certain cultural aspects without it going too far.
Mm.
But you know what actually made me think about this? Did either of you have to read the book Native Son by Richard Wright?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
I
So
did.
you remember the character Bigger, right?
I don't remember it, but I had to read it.
Bigger
What
was
is
the
it?
one who had the anger issues. Think of what were those movies?
Hey,
Dang,
DJ, look in the back chat real quick.
Biggie's movie.
Oh,
Dang, what was the one that
talking about
Cuban Gooding
Notorious.
Jr. did? Benjamin. Dang, what is that man?
Who?
The doctor who is
Oh,
now
oh, oh, talking about Ben Carson.
Ben Carson. Thank you. All these men had the same kind of YN upbringing, so I don't think necessarily, well, Biggie might have its own story, but even with Ben Carson, technically he started off as a YN based off what we know of his lifestyle as a kid, and he
Mm.
kind of grew out of it. So do you think that influence can also push people to be better?
I think influence could push people to be better. Hmm.
To me, influence always push us to be better or worse. You know what I'm saying? Like influence push you to be better or worse. You know?
I mean, again, to become Notorious B.I.G., to become a Ben Carson and have those kind of YN upbringings, though.
I think I think a rapper would be different than a doctor for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
because being a rapper, why being a YN helps you out as a rapper, right? But being a doctor, a physician, I don't see how being a YN would really help you out in that field. So I
Well,
think
I'm
Biggie
saying
and
the
Ben
fact that
Carson
he
kind
did
of
live
is
that
different.
lifestyle and he probably wanted to get out of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think he probably got exposed because a lot of times people just need to see an example that resemble them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
Hmm.
saying? Now I could see myself outside of this situation because that other person represents myself outside of the situation. It's like when people were saying, "Oh, what did Obama do?" Like Obama, like probably inspire people who never seen themselves as being a president type shit. You know what I'm saying? Not on no political shit, but just from him being there as a figure, it is inspiring to some people. You know what I mean?
So I was asked in the chat what YN culture I was influenced by. I think for being a woman, besides the aesthetics, because there is a lot of aesthetics for women with the female YN culture,
Mm.
I think the ride or die culture, trying to sit through a bad situation with a man, even if it's, detrimental to not only him, but to you as a person. I mean, I've only been in like one fight, but, I fought. I was 19, 18 years old, and my
Mm.
first fight was over a guy with another girl.
Oh my god. Somebody clip this. Somebody clip this. We gotta unpack this another day. We gonna
Lord,
unpack Rogue C
Lord.
first. You know what I mean?
My first and only, get it right.
Oh, first and only. Damn.
But I don't
Sorry.
know, like, certain kind of aspects of that kind of I feel influenced because you did grow up watching Baby Boy and you were supposed to just stick it out with the man. You were supposed to, all these other influential movies. It did affect me as a girl, Belly, all that kind of stuff, right? So I guess that would be where my YN culture days were influenced.
Mm. Bad Girls Club Zeus. You know what?
That's true.
I think in the future is gonna have. I think the YN is gonna be at a still or is gonna decline, but I think we're gonna see a lot more bad girls. Because if you notice, female rap is being pushed a lot more. You know what I'm saying? It's like a new thing. I could see it
Hmm.
being more of that, but I don't think it's gonna get as crazy as the YN shit. Because niggas
Not
is
on, hopefully not on some drill stuff. For those that are
yeah.
asking, yes, Rogue C won the fight. I did.
Stop the cap.
Don't play with me.
Yeah, I heard that.
Don't
I
play
just
with
heard
me.
that. You heard that shit. That's
Don't
Uncle
play
Jeff,
with me.
hold on real quick. Uncle Jeff, I see you. I'm trying to figure out a way to get you the link, good brother.
Oh,
But
we about to
it,
drop the link. We not gonna let. We got a bouncer at the door. We not about to let everybody in. We about to
okay,
drop
yeah,
the.
drop the. Hey,
Uncle.
go over, Uncle Jeff. Go over to DJ Witch Doctor's channel, and he's gonna drop it over in his channel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, listen, like this link is for Uncle Jeff. You gotta be cammed up. You know, certain people you might get charged. I ain't gonna lie to you because we ain't this ain't gonna be. You know what I mean? This is kind of
I'm
like
about to take.
post. Go ahead.
You want? I'm about to. I could text you the. I could text you the link. Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, text
Would
it to Uncle
Babs
Jeff. Yeah.
count as female YN
Thank you, appreciate
culture?
you. Babs.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Black African Princess, the DeSalle, Natalie DeSalle, and what's we call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, even just the aesthetics.
I mean, yeah, but that's from a while ago. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, I
It's
mean,
really not because I was actually talking to somebody and the female rapper Monaleo, shout out to her.
Hmm.
She gives modern day Babs. So that's what I'm saying. I don't
who
necessarily think
have you heard of her? Who is that? Mana Leo. That
Yeah, I
sound like
never.
she is.
That sound like mononucleosis. Like ain't that the
Can
kissing
you like
disease?
not old man?
Yeah.
Can you like catch up with the times, old man? Would you?
Nah,
I know.
nah. That
I
sound
know
like the
that's
kissing
not.
disease. That sound like mono, right?
Again,
I
even
don't
with the
like
rap
mono.
girlies,
I don't
you
want
have,
mono.
shout out to all the because the South is doing this thing with the rap girlies. So fine, you know, you, Izzy, you're so old. Sometimes
You
I have to
said
remember how
mono.
old
You
you are.
said
I ain't gonna
mononucleosis.
hold you. I
Like,
don't know that person either.
what
I
the
don't
fuck
know
am I
the
supposed to
person
But
either.
Doctor,
do?
you old too.
That's okay. I mean, we
Damn, I'm
can't help
old.
it.
I'm 36. God damn, bro. That
I'm
shit
not
is
even in my 30s
crazy.
yet.
They just
That's a
want you to
vaccine
die
man.
young. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yo.
It's
Listen,
crazy.
you should hope to get older. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You live life and
Insane.
get older. Live life. She said mono. What? I don't know.
Manaleo,
Mono.
Manalea.
Oh, mana. That sounds like mono to me. My fault. I just don't want mono. Like I can't not want mono.
I don't like you. I don't like you sometimes. But yes, what I was trying to say is the aesthetics of Babs. And a lot of people that hasn't gone away, even though it's an older movie, a lot of women still kind of feel that way.
Wait,
And they
what is
still
Babs? The hairstyle shit?
the
Yeah.
hairstyles, the women with the gold tooth,
Oh,
female
okay,
grills,
okay.
all that kind of stuff. The
Holly
the
Berry was in that
jewelry.
shit.
Yeah,
Holly
yeah,
Berry.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
not. I could not. They would have to go.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's the worst. I didn't like that. I didn't like how Holly Berry was in that movie.
They would have to go, sir. Like, yo, if you don't get your chicken eating greasy fingertips up out of here, like, nah, I'm good.
The
Yeah,
No,
they
movie
was.
was a
gotta go.
classic. That
There was
movie
a
was
full-fledged stereo. There was a full-fledged
It's a
stereotype.
walking stereotype.
that movie is a
Hell,
classic.
that's black. What's that called? That's black exploitation movie. That's a
Y'all be
black exploitation movie. Yo, nah,
Those women
black
got
no.
the most princess treatment I've ever seen anybody get.
Oh, look at this is why y'all so gullible. You believe that shit? Look, you waiting for your white man to be your lost long uncle that's gonna.
One,
This is for Lily. He's
one,
gonna give you $1 billion for Lily.
one. That is what people be asking for with reparations. So get off of me with that. Get off of me with that. Thank you very much.
Yo, y'all gotta stop watching all these movies. See, that obviously has had a negative effect on your mindset.
Wow.
Because you talk
I
about
like
these
that movie.
big bamboo earring. Why?
Didn't LL Cool J say that's what he wanted? Is that not the definition of a roundaway girl?
Hell no, there ain't no damn roundaway girl. That's a
Wow.
roundaway
We need
thought.
to
No, he said, I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair. A Fendi bag. They ain't had no Fendi bag. And listen, in New York at that time, a roundaway girl was a baddie. She was a cutie. They did not qualify. Those were some hood booger bitches. They did not qualify for the roundaway girl package. They was hood booger bitches with a gold tooth and a god doggone aerial assault weapon on their head. So no, that was not, no, that's not, no. Let's don't do that.
Wow.
Let's don't do that.
Wow.
Let's don't do that. No,
That's
absolutely not.
insanity.
It's the truth. What you want for free? It's the truth. Why do you think that any man would want that? Why would any man want that? Look at how they was
You
talking.
know what?
Look at how they was acting. It was just terrible.
She had a gold tooth. Y'all are killing me.
They had them long nails. There was no way possible that they washed their buttocks. Probably. What's up, Unc? What's going
What's up,
on,
Uncle
man?
Jeff?
Oh, what's
Yeah,
happening?
What's the
You.
deal with you? There was no way possible they was washing their buttocks properly with all those long nailage. No man would want that for real. No, thank you.
Uncle Jeff in the studio.
Oh yeah, man. Uh, yes, sir. Yeah.
Nigga, but to do a diss track against
Shout out to Uncle Jeff.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to
Yes,
try.
sir.
I told you, dude. We got to chop it up. I would hit play on this, but I know it's gonna sound horrible through the phone speaker, so I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm working on something for this dude's project right now. But at any rate, this is dope, man. I've been super busy. I like this conversation.
Thank you, Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, hey sis, how you doing? I think you're bringing up some valid points. I think what we need to make a difference between kind of like what me and is and Angry Man, shout out to Angry Man, do is there's a difference between the Gen Xers, and you have to acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge that there is a difference between what me and is both did coming up fighting when we was young and what you classify as YN behavior. Why the term YN was, and unless I have it wrong, was concocted to describe these despicable half-raised zombies that's running around right now. That don't describe me at 18, 19, 20. That don't describe, I don't believe is Gen Xers didn't go straight to the trunk when they got mad.
No, we had to
No.
fight.
You got to fight.
That's how I got all these scars.
Bruh, I got halfway decent at it. That's why I'm still pretty.
Gotta knuckle up, yeah.
Bruh, had to learn how to throw them donuts. It wasn't yeah. When we came up, only 2 groups of dudes carried guns. Real gangsters and punks. Everybody else was fighting. So you gonna have to when you ask did we engage in any of that YN behavior, the first thing I thought of was YN came out summer before last. Nigga, I was 58. So no. If you mean when I was younger, there was way more black men around. There was way more dudes. we used to try. I'm gonna land here. We used to try to listen to older dudes, and until they thought we were serious, they wouldn't even let us around them.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us shit.
They would tell you shit till they see whether you had your shit together or not. So those are two significant differences between us as young men and the YNs you discussed.
Mm.
I'm done. I'm out the way. I came here to chit chat. And
Yeah, I think when people talking about YN, a lot of people talk about the age group. A lot of people talk about the aesthetic, what it looks like.
yeah,
But I think if it don't got that criminal element, how could you consider that person a YN? You know what I mean?
You can't.
right.
The answer is you can't. You definitely can't. Hey, listen, make sure, listen, if y'all want your comments, holler on Red. I see a lot of y'all twerking in the chat, especially a certain individual who loves to twerk and put his pom-poms on. Whose name shall be remain nameless. Hey, make sure y'all y'all do so through the super chat or through the cash app. If you want your comments, holler on Red. Other than that, we're not trying to, if we miss you, we're not trying to dish you. It's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's just a format of the show. Yeah, and listen, keep twerking, young man. Keep twerking. Maybe if you jump up and down high enough, you gotta have to jump pretty high from where you stand. Maybe if you jump up pretty high enough, we might be able to see you. Until then, you're gonna remain in obscurity. Obscure little man. I was about to say the M word.
Yeah.
What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? You messing up, man. Your audio is messing up. What'd you say, sir?
Can't say that either.
Whoa.
Yeah, your shit is breaking
Yeah,
up real bad.
you got to grab one of them MC mics over there, sir. What's happening?
Okay, is this better?
Yes, sir. Much better.
Oh,
Much better.
okay. Yeah, I had it. Okay, you know old niggas and technology. I can't say oh man, I just said it. Yeah, is there an N-word moratorium? We can't say that either.
Well,
Oh, now we could say, yeah, we could.
you can say it. We just
Just the rapid profanity back to back. I think that kind of messes up the transcript.
You know what?
Mhm.
You know what though, bro? And this is real talk, because as I've said before, I'm gonna put you on the same list, with Doctor. I literally, bro. I literally, I make my living in this room I'm sitting in.
Okay.
So I don't leave a lot. I'm either writing, I'm doing something in here. I refuse to let in
When you say
bullshit.
writing, like for
Yeah.
what kind of writing?
I am very, very close on a television show that I wrote, selling.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot that go, yeah, writing for other comedians,
Okay.
writing stand up, writing music. Um,
But when you say writing, I just assume like book, like you writing a book in a process of making a book and shit.
Bruh, I got a book that's 10 years old. That book, that's why I give so much credit to Angry Man.
Mm.
To sit your ass down and write a book and then go back and it's a big price. That's a big fish. It's not as
I think now is easier than when Angry Man, since Angry Man had his book to know. I think with all the AI technology, it might be a little bit easier. I think
okay.
AM them did it the hard way.
If you use an AI for anything other than artwork, then in my opinion, you're not the one writing your book.
Even if you use the AI to proofread your shit.
That's spell check, bro.
yeah, spell check.
Yeah, but the AI could actually, because you would spell check and it's almost manual. The AI would automatically do that shit for you and save
Well,
you hell of time.
that's one thing.
Hmm.
Write me an essay on blank. That's
Yeah,
another
that is
thing.
crazy. You ever heard an AI written song? The shit song's garbage. You could. I don't think real writers gotta really worry about AI at least right now. Right now, you could tell if some shit is AI. You know
Well,
what I mean?
your AI is always going to struggle with
Hmm.
anything that has to do with the soul. That's why slang, it'll never catch slang.
Mm.
I think I'll say this and then I'll shut up. I think there are so many beautiful things about being black and in America that we throw away.
Mm.
Our slang, it should be your slang for your era should be respected the same way you are as an elder. When the jive turkeys walk in, the all the way lives got to shut up. When the all the way lives, when the lit, and so all the lit niggas just please shut up. It should really be. There are ways that I can speak to you and y'all can speak to me that as black people we know exactly what we talking about. It's never gonna have that shit, bro. Ever.
Okay. Hey, I saw someone say AI's whole book is AI. No, it's not. No, it's not. AI wrote this book. Like, why y'all find the need to hate? And, Uncle Jeff, I think you got mute when you're not talking. You got like some kind of feedback, I think. Why y'all always want to hate on somebody? Whenever somebody accomplished something, y'all always want to hate. Y'all always want to find a way to hate on them. Dang, like Jesus, can a brother live? Shit. This man, you ain't never been on Comic View, so sit your ass down somewhere.
I want us to drop the link for people who want to
No, that micro mini man cannot come up on our show. Nope. He got to pay a fee. Little micro mini man got to pay a fee to come up here. Nope. See? Nope. I'm not.
It'll go left.
Yeah, it's gonna go left. He's starving for attention. Yeah, Uncle Jeff, you got some kind of feedback.
I do. All right.
What else we had on the YN culture? It feel like
where Rogue at?
Yeah, I'm about to say, where did Rogue go? Rogue disappeared.
Rogue disappeared again on us. She has all the notes.
She got all the YN notes. She's closer to the YN. She's the YN expert. You know what I mean?
There you go. Where you go with all the YN notes? We're depending on you.
One, I thought you also wanted to review that video, but two,
what video? Oh yeah, the video with the lady. When you jump that lady, that shit.
Oh yeah. Because so let's segue into that. So you got it. Go ahead, bro. Give us a smoothie.
Okay. Why are you coming from me right now?
I'm not. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I did want to also talk about the actual with the modern TikTok, because if you want to say it's strictly just aesthetics, I can't argue with that. But we did talk about the drill music.
Because my question is for the kid.
Flex culture. So the guy who was expressing the different types of YNs, he's talking about the money fans and all that. And Izzy, I know you didn't really like this, but we are in the scamming era. So everybody is a boss, but nobody has a job is kind of part of the whole aesthetic of being a YN as well. And then we also have the clout chasing, clout being currency.
Well, if you have your if you have a business, then of course you're gonna be the boss of your business, though, right?
That's not what we're talking about, Izzy.
Well, I'm saying, but if you hustle, but you saying the hustling thing, right? I'm saying if you hustling and you're a boss, you're a YN boss. You just like Consonette would be a YN boss. I show speed, but and I don't know. I don't want to call those brothers YNs. Those brothers are young brothers that's doing their things. But there's a lot of young people that are getting into the bag by doing things the right way and doing things legally.
Boss,
so shout out to them.
Consonette would still have YouTube.
But that's not their boss. Is YouTube your boss? You're in a partnership.
Yeah, YouTube is not your boss. Yeah. YouTube is not your boss.
You're in a YouTube when you get monetized. You're in the YouTube partnership program. Yeah, you're a partner with YouTube.
So then Google's the boss. Because if Google says you doing some stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, guess who gets X
But
out?
that's like you saying the government is your boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
The government is not your boss. What is going on? So, Rogue, if you got your own business and you pay taxes, the government is your boss?
Yes. Yes.
No, they're not.
We
No.
might need to
I feel like
invite
they
Dame
answer
Dash
to
to this
somebody else.
podcast.
Yeah.
Right. You don't work a government job unless you work a government job. And first of all, they only get 30%, so they get the minor share, even though 30% is kind of high.
Yeah, that
Like
is too
I'm
far.
like Tango. I'm like that going. What's my man? I'm like Frank Lucas on American Gangster. 30%, 30%. Put everybody you know out of business. Yeah, but they get 30%, so it's a little high, but that's not the majority share. You know what I mean? And they don't get no share of your own Cash App or your own Venmo or whatever. That's why y'all need to hit the Cash App and the Venmo. Support the show, support the stream. You know what I mean? Help us keep our show going on. Everybody hit my man DJ Wish Dr. Cash App, hit my Cash App, hit Road Cash App. Support the show, and then show Uncle Jeff some love too while you're at it. But you know, y'all know what to do.
Like I said, we got to do this for next week because y'all know your girl loves a good conspiracy theory.
Oh,
But
here we go.
so the question would be, why do you believe that young men idolize rappers more than the quote unquote real leaders? Then
Well, that's easy.
What would you say? I would say relatability to make it short. They're not really. They're more relatable.
Yeah, Uncle Jeff.
Oh yeah. Is the feedback on?
No, you
No,
good.
you
Go
good.
Okay. You have to look at you have to look at what they see, which is basically to co-sign what Wish Doctor just said. There are dudes with driver's licenses that do not know who Ron Isley is, let alone Dr. King, let alone Malcolm X. They've heard the stories, but to be directly connected to this, you have to look at the young people who willfully connect themselves to this. And I think that's the big divider that nobody wants to really deal with, is that there already is a collective of good young blacks. So I can't just shit on them all, man. I can't. It's what's this young dude, this rapper? I think his name is Bricks. Oh my God, this dude is ridiculous. He's on the level of the shit that I regularly listen to. Young Cats, Brother Ben X. These are young dudes that get it. These other zombies, sis, I'll say this and get out of the way. Let's clean all the dirt off the word hustler.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur is French for hustler.
I learned that today.
Yeah.
Yes. All it means is to get it outside the lines.
Yeah.
You can hustle cocaine the same way you can hustle flowers. Yes, as a matter of fact, this portion of tonight's show is being brought to you by the Family Secret all natural body butter that I make from scratch. And yeah, footnote, thank y'all that bought it. Man, I've been so busy with that. I just got some more lavender and jasmine done. I just did up another 100 jars, so I'm ready to throw it out. But at any rate, hustle is about not going somewhere like a hamster to where you know your food is. A hustler has no idea how much money he gonna make today. $1 million or nothing. Your $25 an hour ass know exactly how much you gonna make today.
Right. But I think I don't want to it's a thin line, right? Because we need everybody, whatever you want to do. If you want to work a job and you're good with working a job, work your job to the best of your ability and do your best. Right? If you want to be an entrepreneur, a hustler, go ahead and hustle and be an entrepreneur and do your thing, right? I think that the reason, to answer your question, why YNs look up to the rappers is because they have the lifestyle. It seems fast, it seems easy, and they tell the glorified story. They don't tell the story behind the glory. So they just tell the highlights. It's a whole highlight reel. And so these YNs hear the highlight reel and they want that highlight reel. They want that lifestyle. They want the girls. They want the money, the clothes, and the 304s. And so that's what they're attracted to, and that's what they gravitate to. See, listen, older men that are like leaders and stuff like that, that smell like responsibility, that smell like
Woo!
accountability, that smell like work, that smell like effort, that smell like, yo, you seen their journey and you understand that it's going to take a while to get from where you're at to get to where they're at. See, the rapper, the YN, the rapper, they think that they're on the same level. They don't realize that it's a little more to them than what they see. So they think they're on the same level. So they think that it's relatable, like he said. They think it's something they could do. So that's why they gravitate towards.
Is there not a discipline that comes with being a YN, in your opinion?
With being a rapper, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, a certain level of discipline. Whenever you're doing something artistic and you're trying to excel at something, there's always a level of discipline attached to it. But
This is
the
not
way
to
it's
glorify
sold,
criminality, but I think
right?
even being a criminal, if you want to be a successful criminal,
It's true.
I think there is a type of discipline, a type of knowledge base that people have to have. Now, if they
But
were to
that's the
actually
thing.
take that knowledge base and put it into something productive or something that is non-criminal activity, what would
I
they be
don't know
able to
about
do?
I don't know about criminal. I would say
Yeah.
hustler. 'Cause some
A
criminals
professional
are
criminal?
hustler, but
No, to be a
some crim.
professional. No, but hold on real quick. To be a professional criminal, she's exactly
Mm,
right. You do have to have a certain level of discipline and a certain level of codes and a certain level of standard of how you do things to be good
mm,
at being a criminal. You absolutely do. It's true, and
okay.
it's
Mm-hmm.
true. You know what I'm saying? But it's
I'm
not.
thinking
They're
of a
using that
criminal.
energy for a bad purpose. But
I'm thinking
Right.
of a common criminal. That's what I'm
oh yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
Like,
Well,
a petty
Mhm.
criminal.
because
can
A
we?
person who's
I'm
getting
like,
locked up every day. Like, no,
because
I'm talking about the
hustler.
people who actually can make it as a criminal.
Because every
Right,
criminal is not a hustler. Every criminal don't got hustle. Some
Come on.
right,
criminals just do crime. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. But she's talking about like a high level criminal,
High
and that
level criminal.
right, and
Okay.
every criminal is not a hustler, and every hustler is not a criminal. You see what I'm saying? So that's right.
Right.
Yeah, actual factual.
Nor are we. I think there's something else we need to look at, ladies and gentlemen. Blue collar crime is over. That
What do you mean by
snatch and
that?
grab shit. That don't nobody move nothing. This is a robbery. That's face recognition cameras everywhere. Blue collar crime is over. If you out here
They
on some
still be
20th
trying up with that.
century hoodery, there's only this is what's happening right now. This is not. I'm not.
Isn't a scammer just a blue collar crime, Uncle Jeff?
No, that's
No,
white collar crime.
that's white collar crime.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
If your
Okay.
crime, okay, let me define blue collar crime.
Please.
It usually involves hand to hand, face to face violence or the threat of violence of some sort. The next level of it requires breaking and entering on some sort. That's everything from a rich man's house to a bank. All that's over with. Ring cameras everywhere, traffic cameras everywhere. That you just stupid. If you still doing that, the only reason that you are not caught is you're not a big enough fish.
Mm.
That's it. They are basically right now perfecting face recognition on these ignorant ass monkeys out here on blue collar crime. That's over. Just like when you were talking about jobs is if you want to do a job, understand that if you don't want to take advantage of your own personal resources, that you will be working for the empire.
Mm.
The empire has taken all jobs, and the rest, the ones that the robots don't do, they will dole out to you. Everybody else is out here hustling. There's no middle anymore.
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't know, to just say people can't find another way to evolve into something else and
I
try to
don't
still
think I
bring it
said
back.
that. I don't think I
No, no,
said that.
no. I was saying the fact that I can't necessarily see it completely going away. That's all I'm saying. People
What
are also
completely?
going to
What
blue
completely
collar
going on?
crime in the sense of people are still going to kind of try to figure out a way, not just the white collar crime. I think people are still, even with the robots, even with AI, I think people are still going to try to find a way to just make it and get it how they live.
Oh yeah, those people would be called savages. This is where you going? What everybody somebody said this a few years ago. Oh me. Uh the way we are going, these cities are going to become sprawling metropolises of anything you want at any time. And everywhere else is going to be beyond the Thunderdome. And blue collar crime will work out there. But this life you're trying to create, where there's any decency in it, where there's any convenience in it, all them areas, that blue collar crime shit is up. Somebody tell me I'm looking at that wrong. Maybe I'm a little further ahead in time, but I'm telling you that shit's done.
Nah, it seems like it's. I mean, even think about it. When people be snatching and grabbing packages, and they got the super duper the die packs busting on them. Like, I mean, yo, yeah, it's over for you.
It's
Yo.
over.
People be like, yo, they be wilding, and the people that trip me out the most, DJs, the people that be talking shit as they taking the
Right.
package on the ring cam. That's just hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's talking about them porch pirates.
Yeah, the porch
Yeah.
pirates. Yo, that's just
That's
crazy.
some low life shit
Yo,
for
that's
you right
some
there,
low
bro.
life shit.
dirty.
You don't even know what them people got. Like, why are you on them people
That's
porch?
what
The
I'm
same way
saying.
y'all were talking about like a while back ago, though, people stealing groceries.
That's
I
crazy.
mean,
It be mad white people doing that shit though. It be mad white people being porch pirates.
Right.
You know that, right?
Well, stealing groceries is a little different. That's straight up hungry. Nigga, a
Nah,
box.
some people is just greedy, Uncle Jeff. Some people ain't
Yes.
hungry. They just greedy as hell. Don't make it seem like
They want
just,
some more eggs.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. One time I was with one of my partner from I think he's from Bahamas. This man broke somebody window and grabbed a bag, right? And the man bust open the bag and it was less than probably less than $60, bro.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
Yeah.
this nigga's such a low life scumbag. Them folks probably had to pay more to fix their window.
$200, at least $200 to fix their damn window.
Yo, and I was thinking if that was my car, I would have had to beat his ass, bro.
yeah.
Oh, it
That
was a
shit is
car
so petty.
window? Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's like $600 for the window.
Yeah, we was walking and he looked at the car and he turned back and he broke the shit in. And not only did he get $60 and it cost more for them to fix the thing, the man hand was bleeding, bro. The type of
For
stupid-
$60.
That's
the
true.
type of stupid- I could have given him the $60.
right. Just I hope he stop hanging out with that dude. I hope he
Oh yeah,
stop
that's a
hanging out
long
with
time ago. I do not
yeah.
kick it with people that be no
Dude,
like
no.
petty, dumb.
Yeah,
type.
petty, dumb. Yeah, like yo,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. And that's the problem, right? A lot of us, right? The truth of the matter is, some kind of way, and I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure there's a way of describing this, right? I'm sure if you ask Chat GPT about this phenomenon, it exists. But some kind of way, it's a buffer of time between the time that you have to take care of something, or even the amount of time that you may get to take care of something before it's like dire or like crucial or like life ending. And then and the buffer of time between the time where you could just do something legal or something righteous to get the money or to get the resources. And when you make a shortcut, like your boy did, right? Like your boy did. Your boy wanted money. He went, he stole the water, he poured the water on the floor. He said, "Oh, my neck and my back. Oh, I fell." And then had to pay a $300 something ambulance bill for the damn thing to boot, right? And then got a fine from the court, right? See what I'm saying? So it ended up costing them way more in the end than even before. But there's a buffer of time that if you would have did the right thing, that it would have made the way would have been made throughout that process.
That's the story. That story of my life, bro. Skipping corners, bro, and skipping and cutting bread and cutting costs. That shit end up being expensive in the long run.
It's expensive as F, yo. It's the most
because you still got to go back and cross your T's and dot your I. You can't go without doing that shit.
You know what my father said? My father, very quick, I'm Pastor Jeff. My father called it, if you cut corners, you don't get square work.
Wow.
If you cut corners, you don't get square work. So he said you always supposed to measure twice and cut once. So at the end of the day, when you sit there and you like trying to find the fast way out, the easy way out, it always costs you more in the end. Every time. Go ahead, Jeff.
Every shortcut run through the devil's backyard.
Damn.
Everyone. I
I
ain't
heard that
never
one
seen it.
before.
That's because that's
That's a
my shit.
freestyle. That's a
That's my
freestyle.
shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Every shortcut run through the devil's backyard. Every way. Even I figured out I was on a different relationship with the creator and stopped messing around because it got to the point where I was like this. I ain't gonna steal nothing. But if you got it and I can get it cheap, like the riots, bruh, I came up so hard. Oh my God.
Well, it's a statute of limit. What riots are you speaking of, Uncle Jeff?
Look here, the LA riots.
Okay, 1992.
Yeah,
Okay,
the 1992. I keep telling you, I got money white folks looking for and they can't find it.
All right, until somebody here and they say
you
got 'em.
probably should stop telling them. So
Look here, they gonna tell
say
them
gotcha.
try. If they find some, let's split it. Now, nigga, where? See, now what the hell was we talking about?
You was talking about
that weed. That's that good
weed.
shit.
You said whenever you cut corners, you go through the devil's backyard,
dude. I mean, I won't.
And you
I
came
won't
up
steal.
during the riots,
Right? I won't steal shit. I ain't gonna steal shit. But I used to be this way. I'll buy it from you. It got to the point every time I buy a radio from somebody, put it in my car burn up. I get a TV from somebody
buying
that's hot.
stolen shit.
It'd be hot shit.
It'd be hot.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. What happened to boosters? Are boosters still a thing?
No, that's that blue collar crime that Uncle Jeff.
Boosters is still a thing, but they might do crack too. I ain't gonna, they might be doing, They might do crack too.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous at that point.
But I ain't gonna hold you. I got a 50-inch right now that I've been had, and it was hot. When I got it, it had the drywall. It had the drywall. It had the drywall on the shit. You know what I'm saying? At the back of the shit, it literally had drywall. You know what I'm saying?
If anyone knows of any boosters that are still around that don't do the crack
We're on the
cocaine.
internet. No, we don't.
You know what? But you know what though, Rogue? You know why boosting ain't gonna be that popular? Because you could literally go to Temu, Shane, all these websites and buy this shit for the low in bulk. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that because if you can still boost name brand, if you can still boost something and it's faster than this.
But listen, work on a way to get it legitimate. This is the corners that we're talking about. And Jeff is trying. Hold on, you're asking as Jeff is trying to tell you the story about every time he cut corners and got some hot shit. It cost him way more in the end. You're not listening to the moral of the story.
Hold on, I am, but let me counter you with this. Did those people do it the right way for them to be costing as much as they do it?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
All of these higher end, all of these, name brand this, name brand that. Did they do it the right way? Or are they
okay?
No, maybe, hold on real quick. That doesn't matter. It
what do
doesn't
y'all
matter.
consider the right way?
Hold on real quick, DJ. That don't even matter though. That's of no consequence because the truth of the matter is the way that the creator works with each individual is your own soul salvation is between you and the creator. So whatever anybody else is doing has nothing to do with you and the trajectory of your life. It doesn't even matter what anybody else did, how they got it, how they stole it, what they did with it, when they got it. Don't matter because if the creator deal with you, where you every time you get some hot shit, it get messed up, then your ass, that's how the creator deal with me. I don't get caught for the ill shit that I did. I get caught for some shit I didn't do, and it be messed up at the worst time, and then I just be out of some shit. But I done did a bunch of shit that I got away with that I shouldn't have got away with, but I always end up paying on the back end with some other shit that I didn't even do.
One thing I would say is buying hot shit, a lot of the shit be faulty. That's the only thing I would say. It be faulty goods a lot of times.
Listen, y'all making jokes about that bootleg Babs DVD, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, I still miss the bootleg guy. That was prime life for.
I don't miss
the Norbit movie with people stepping in front of the camera and everything.
Okay,
that was just prime TV.
I don't miss the DVDs. There's too much free websites you could watch all of this shit, son. I don't miss the DVDs.
I was in Walmart the other week, right? And I have not seen this in years. there was a YN,
Mhm.
and he was passing out a CD. I said, "What the? How
The
the hell?"
hell?
Exactly.
You
Do the
behind
I'm
new
like, "This is
cars have?
obviously a scam."
He's about
sis.
10 years too late.
You behind
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Everybody here is behind the curve. Look it up. CDs is back.
Oh, they
CDs is
are?
best.
Yes.
When did
Let
they
me
come
ask
out?
y'all
I
this:
just
are
been on
new
the
cars
corner with
being
my
made with CD players?
I don't know. I
No.
know this. I know this
Let me
that there
see.
has been a huge spike in young people. Somebody prove me wrong.
I don't
I
know.
was shocked to see this
Yeah, I just
I
YN
know
looked
I'm
it up.
hitting the corner with my
mixtape.
Nah,
brother.
nah,
I
he's
got like
right.
100 of my brother's CDs left. I'm hitting the corner with them joints.
He's
Bruh,
right.
you might need to.
He's right. I just looked it up. It said yes, CDs are making a comeback. Though this resurgent is more of a resurgent than a full comeback. You know what I'm saying?
Why
Um,
though? What do people see the value in that?
you
Here's
know
the
what?
value in
Wizards.
having and this is this obviously is before your time. There used to be a time when if you really wanted somebody's music,
Mm.
you had to save the money and go buy a physical object that
Uncle
would
Jeff,
connect you.
I was alive for CDs.
Get your
Oh,
Life the
okay.
Legend.
Well then,
Get your Life the Legend CD. Get your Life the Legend CD here, exclusive. There's only he's passed away for a long time. There's only
Long live the
100 left
legend.
in circulate. That's my brother. Life the Legend. Those are songs I'll be playing. Life the Legend, man. Exclusive.
Oh
Exclusive.
yeah,
Get your
yeah. I
Life the
remember
Legend
you.
you
CD.
better
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
do
yeah.
it.
remember you.
Better get your Life the Legend CDs,
You
man.
know
Well, go
who's
ahead and
making a
cop it.
comeback too?
Who that?
Vinyl records. Vinyl
Yes.
records.
Vinyl has
Hold
definitely,
on, hold on.
but
Hey, Uncle Jeff.
vinyl is vintage. That's why CDs
Like
haven't.
collectible. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Like
What
this.
about
Okay.
cassette?
Hold on, like
Okay,
this.
okay,
You know
okay,
what I'm
like
saying,
okay.
Purple
Uncle
Here
Rain.
Jeff?
we go. Here
The
we go.
purple rain. Yeah, Jeff. I
Okay.
got it for you. Yes, sir.
I don't want to trump that, but I have a gift from the brother.
Oh wow, that definitely trumps that. Rest in
I
peace,
got a
Prince.
gift. Yeah.
That definitely trumps that.
Uh
Rest in peace, Prince.
but yes. To that is why CDs are coming back.
Mm.
Because they are nostalgia. For you to say what is antique to me,
Mm.
that's from your point of view. Cassettes are antique now.
I
When
wish
I
they would
grew
bring
up, they
back
was everywhere.
cassettes. Yeah. You know what I loved about cassettes? You had to experience the music from starting to ending. It wasn't
Come
no
on.
skipping to favorite song. You digest the whole project and shit. You know what I'm saying? I
In
would love
order,
to
yeah.
bring back cassettes.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we can? I don't know. I mean, that's a whole lot of stuff we got to put in cars now. Again, what's up?
I mean, I've been seeing people with VCRs. VCRs, if you can do it with the
Ooh.
actual
S
VH1, VH1, uh,
VHS.
VHS. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. With the actual VHS, why not the smaller version?
Well,
Mm.
the truth is that the future is going that the number one car in the future is the Volkswagen Bug. Think about it.
Mm.
Um, to be able to go, let's just say I could go into a room, an area with no other smart devices, uh, just a computer that can record to CD,
That's cool.
Mm.
make a
Cool. What's
make
up?
a make a message, and put that message in the mail and mail it to Iz. I've just given him a secret message, as long as he listens to it in private.
Mm.
There's
And they
nothing
say,
else you can do that
when
with.
the digital world does collapse, I guess those kind of things, more tangible things, are going to be more of a necessity, even just for the sake of passing on human knowledge.
Right, but
That
the
would be
only
the
thing
Book of Eli.
Right, but the
Hmm.
only thing is like carrying that mug, and see that's the thing, like transposing that mug and carrying that mug around, you'd have to have it up here rather than being able to carry it like in physicality,
Hmm.
because traveling with all that shit makes you vulnerable and makes it a hard way to go for you. You know what I mean?
And so that's my favorite thing about dystopian novels and stuff like that, because that is actually something that they talk about, is the carrying the knowledge. Like even with what Uncle Jeff said about the Book of Eli, like having to be I don't know, was it The Giver? I know I'm talking about a lot of books that I probably had to read in high school, but The Giver, there was
Yeah.
literally just a room that he had, a library that was set up for that whole purpose. his only job was to build up an apprentice to take his place, because eventually you were going to have to be the next storyteller for
Mm.
all of human history and all of human documentation.
Well, sis, I got bad news for you. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Ma, you are the old people in the future.
I know.
That's you.
I know.
That's
Why, again, I love dystopian books, because it kind of like Fahrenheit 451, all those books. Those
yeah.
are what we're going to end up having to see.
Mm.
The Hunger Games, all the dystopian society books. I love all of them. We're literally living Fahrenheit 451 with book banning, book burnings, all that kind of stuff, right?
When you said dystopia, what is dystopia?
Dystopia pretty much means with the collapse of the society as we know it.
So, like opposite of utopia, like opposite of a
right.
Okay, just
And it can take many forms. Look at 28 Days Later, The Walking Dead.
Even like I said with The Giver, it looks almost like a utopia in their society. Think of how when people talk about iRobot, when AI takes over and everything is just so humans don't even have to function. Even children's stories, Wall-E, where humans are so fat and overweight where they have robots doing everything for them, and they've polluted the earth so bad that we can't even live here anymore. Those are dystopian societies. So to some people that looks like a paradise, right? So dystopian doesn't always mean humanity, the big boom goes off and humanity's gone. That's not always, or like how Uncle Jack said with Walking Dead. Dystopia can just be the fact that people give up their natural rights to fight back.
Or the collapse of a normal society, not regardless of the purpose. Regardless, don't get caught up in World War Z or the collapse of the dollar or earthquakes or polar ice caps melting or alien, whatever. If you ain't going to the ATM and you ain't going to your job and you not, when that life is disturbed greatly to the point that you are on the edge of survival, that is what's considered a dystopian future.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they're actually, like, if you guys ever want to talk about it, like between the movies, the literature, we can also add that to the conspiracy show. Because again, the way that dystopia is going to look is never going to be exactly how any of these are predicted, right? Or any of these are written. So the fact that people want to keep trying to say, oh, we're in end days now, the end of the world is here. And, it's kind of like you can't really tell how it's going to look, as long as the government is trying to take away people's autonomy and people's rights away, and even the knowledge, because that's the easiest way to really entrap people. And I think that's why the YN conversation is such a big deal, because you are taking away, especially a certain group of people, you're taking away their knowledge. At that point, you're just filling them, brainwashing them, filling them in, and then you're trying to make it where they're trying to take themselves out younger and younger. Because I even think the YN culture is part of the reason why a lot of younger men, younger women, they're unaliving themselves too. Because again, you put it in the music, you put it in where it's actually influential. You're selling this dream. People are selling their souls. It becomes such a mess, because all of it is just control. YN culture is just another form of control. That's why you can date it back to the crack era and all those type of epidemics, when they brought the guns into our community. That's why that all kind of trickled down into it. And now we have what we have here. The drill rap is a conglomerate of those things.
So who's the control? Is the control from the system, or the control from the YNs trying to gain control or keep control? What standpoint are you speaking from as far as the control?
The system, from what I'm speaking from. Because again, you can date it back to who infiltrated our communities in the first place with all this stuff to go through it.
Well, the parents, someone asked where are the parents? Well, the parents are getting beat up alongside the kids. Let's roll the tape.
Oh, I forgot everything about that shit.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, the parents are getting their ass whipped by toddlers now. Like the freak, a bunch
Why
of
did you
little
phrase
toddlers.
it that way?
I'm sorry.
Right.
That's where the
This
parents
video,
are at. getting ass
Yikes.
kicked with them children.
I'm usually able to maintain, but this video had me this shit had me upset, like genuinely upset, bro.
Let me
Yikes,
see.
Izzy.
I
Yeah, it was.
never wanted to fight kids before. That shit is
I know. I
crazy.
want to f them kids up though. That was terrible. That was pretty terrible.
True.
Look like a bunch of little
It's starting
wild
to
animals.
become cool to beat up random people. Mind you, elementary kids. What is wrong with the younger generation? Why are they so mean? Why are they so violent? Because I watched this video of these kids jumping this poor woman and her kid.
Imagine you're walking towards your kid's school just to pick them up. You're going to walk them to the school and walk back to your home. This is something you do every day or sometimes, so you feel pretty safe in your neighborhood. But you notice that there are like 20 kids behind you and they're shouting names at you. And again, these kids are not like 5 or 6. They're like 12, 13, or 14. Some are even as big as you. You're trying to walk away, but these kids are surrounding you and your son. And next thing you know, they've attacked you. Not only have they attacked you, but your son. And it's brutal. Now, I know this sounds like a horror story went wrong, but this is an actual thing. And no, it didn't happen to a man. It happened to a woman who I believe is disabled and is also suffering from sickle cell.
Chicago can't be a real place. A group of bullies jumped the pregnant mom of the little boy that they was bullying at school. They bombed the mom up. They talking about her crusty ankles. They calling her or whatever because maybe she had a disability. Her back was a little bit going to the left, and she was also pregnant.
All right, let me
disabled.
because this is a video of people talking about it. I found a video that we reviewed last night, and this one they blurred the violence out, so we should be good to go, right?
Come here. What you want, Shamar? Shamar, what you want, Shamar?
So this is the actual incident they were talking about in that video. We ain't gonna watch this whole shit. Is 47 minutes, but this is the lady on the right and her son. Who's that? Was that you, Uncle?
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, I think I get the point, but I'll watch it if we have to. But I'm pretty sure I get the point of this Lord of the Flies ass shit right here. But yeah, let's watch it.
We're not in there. The little kids in there, not the big kids.
My son is very friendly. Like he not the type that likes to fight. He's not a fighter. This is why I didn't want to go live because y'all want to get up here and also, you mad because you got beat because you and your son got beat up by the middle schooler. She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bike School on yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability.
Happy.
It's okay.
I was happy for everything that I did. And I was just being a...
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about this Chicago mother that is going viral after she and her children were jumped. Now, according to the mom, she went to pick her son up from school, and these group of middle school kids were already plotting. She says as she arrived and she was walking her child around, they approached them and attacked.
Come on, blood. Shamar, look at Shamar. Come here. What you want, Shamar? Shamar, what you want, Shamar? Shamar, look at.
Let me pause the video real quick and give you guys a quick disclaimer. Because of the graphic nature of this video, the content, and the subject matter, this might be a video that YouTube does not monetize, but if not, just make sure to like the video, share the video so that the word can get out. But I'm going to try to break down this story as best as possible. I'm going to show parts of the video, the parts where they are attacking her. Obviously, I'm going to blur it out. But if you want to see it in full, I posted the video on my Instagram and I posted the video on my Facebook.
Yo, so would you be wrong if you pop like if you had like because I'm carrying. So if I don't care how if 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14-year-olds start rushing me, I'm gonna give you one warning, and then I'm gonna commence to pop your child. I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna sit there and be squabbling.
Kids that age, I would have let two shit off in the air.
Yes,
and then would have scatter. Yeah,
No.
yeah. I wouldn't want to hit. I don't want to hit no bro. You popping minors next to a school zone? You are insane, bro. That is a school zone, bro.
Listen,
that's
family.
like
some
A
Yeah.
child endangerment. That's
Nah, you wasn't.
Would that be self-defense though? Is that self-defense?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
no.
they did the little, look at what the little
No.
gremlins did to that kid. Yes, they put the mom and the baby in the hospital. And
Yes.
listen, Jeff, they so bad that the next day, the woman who went online and was talking about the people that did that, they done stomped that woman child out too.
I
They stomped
agree.
another little boy out
I
too.
agree.
I'm popping somebody's little legs off.
I
Somebody's
agree.
gonna be a
Yeah.
legless
Yeah. I
little
ain't
boy.
gotta.
I would have
I ain't
twist,
gotta
yeah,
hear your
twist an
life.
ankle or something, but
I'm a
the
leg.
hammer.
I'm popping a leg.
Shit. Good.
Ow, in the
Yeah, I'm
leg, like
aiming
that.
for
Hold
legs.
that little
I'm
nigga.
aiming down. But the real truth is, yeah. What which doctor said? You in the school zone, doc. What you can do? What you can do is pull it out. And how serious are we? How serious are we? Especially if you have a concealed carry permit.
Of course.
You're at least in California, if you have a concealed carry permit and your life is threatened, you are allowed to brandish your weapon. But you got to prove that. A bunch of these little nappy head Negroes here,
Your life is in danger.
My life is in danger. And I'm gonna blow somebody's toe off.
Exactly. Pinky toe, you ain't got how you better take that pinky toe out of it. I'll tell you better take your pinky toe. Vera, you better take your pinky toe out of it. Cause I'll shoot that little gnarled up brother.
There has to be, because even with the way that they showcase the little girl crying, there has to be some type of, I don't know. There's no conflict resolution besides sending them to juvie. I don't know. What are they actually learning? What are the other kids who are watching this learning at that point?
So if you do some stupid stuff like that, your ass going to juvie.
Does juvie scare children like that anymore? Those type of children?
Man, juvie is like a camp to a lot of these kids. You know what I'm saying? They're among their peers, you know what I'm saying? Same age group. Like, I don't know. I wonder if that lady can take legal actions against the parents, though.
Yeah, she should be able to.
Medical fees
most definitely she will.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a $5,000 fine. But that's the thing. Who gets the money? It should be the victims that get that money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
$5,000 per hit that she took. They was stomping that. They was stomping them, man. That was brutal. They wasn't just punching them. They started kicking them in the face and kicking them.
Has anybody seen the movie Lord of the Flies?
Absolutely, one of my favorite. Absolutely, one of my favorite
Or
books.
read the book.
Yeah, one of my favorite books.
I never read the book. I never read the book.
One of my favorite books.
This is what you're looking at with an absolute absence of fathers. An absolute nobody in that circle was thinking this. Man, what's gonna happen if my daddy find out?
Right. And that's part of the problem.
Now, Uncle Jeff, I have to give you that argument. What if their daddy is another YN? And their daddy is the one who encouraged that?
No, daddy. Nobody, generally speaking, nobody fathers.
What do you think these YN daddies are encouraging?
No.
Hold on. When you
Bro.
have a blue face, what do you think he's going to encourage his son to
No,
do?
he's not. Even Blueface is not.
He's not, bro.
He's not.
Most niggas that was in the streets, their kids end up going to private school
exactly.
and moving out of the neighborhood.
Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. It's the best movie that showed it is In Too Deep. When the character God LL Cool J had his baby, oh boo boo, don't cry. Oh, it's okay, boo boo. Most dads, regardless of if they're in the streets or not, the last thing they want is for their kid to be locked up or to be in some shit. I'm trying to tell you.
That's not true for all of them, though. You cannot
It's
speak
most
for all
of them, though. It's
No, not all.
Can we please stop doing this?
Just start doing what?
Number one, the lady asked me a question.
Oh,
I'd like to answer, fellas.
Okay, did she? I didn't hear. Okay, I apologize.
Yes, the question was to me.
Okay, go ahead. Was it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Uncle Jeff, I want you to disregard everything these brothers just said, because that looks like what you're trying to do anyway. You are absolutely right. There are men that exist that encourage their sons to engage in this behavior. I'm going to give you that. Those men will be amongst the savages that will be ushered into body bags, because that does not work. What we are telling you is what works. When brothers really go behind bars and really sell bricks to make it, the absolute last thing that these brothers want is their children anywhere near it, with the exception of these brothers that you are telling us as men exist, and we are telling you they are the minority. We're going to make them the majority for you so that you can have this argument, so that you can have this your way, because our way doesn't make sense to you. Let this way make sense to you. The men who encourage their sons to do this are about to march headlong into this hell that is being made by the rest of the world for them. So yes, they exist, and that's where they're going.
What's up, Uncle Sherman? What's going on,
What's
man?
up, Unc?
What's good with you? But yeah, it's the minority for real.
Yeah.
It's the minority. It really is the minority. Most men want better, even if they're not active. Most men want better for their sons or for their children. Most men do.
Hi, Unc B Streaming. We have Uncle Jeff. We have Unc B Streaming.
Yo.
Yo,
Unc
please make
muted.
sure to hit the Cash App, hit the like. If you have not subscribed to all the amazing content creators here today, please make sure that you do. And yeah,
And ladies, come up and help Rogue C out. Ladies, come
life right here. I'm by myself. I'm like, ooh, ooh.
coming, ladies. Sharon, where you at, man? Come back, Sharon.
Yeah, damn, the shots is fired.
Sharon, Rogue needs you, brother. Come on
And
back.
by the way, if you want to ensure your comment get highlighted, like Is and Rogue mentioned before, make sure you send a super or the Cash App. But sometimes we're gonna still highlight stuff that pertaining to the show, right? And I wanted to highlight this one, right? So this solely falls on men. Since y'all was talking about if the dads was present, it probably would be a different outcome for the kids that jumped the lady. What y'all say about that? I don't think it solely falls on men, but I see how the fathers would play an important role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll say y'all.
I don't think it do if she had the kid with a dude that was a man in the first place. See, people get confusing like all males not men.
Oh man, yeah, man.
Just
yeah.
Boy, that's your boy.
He's still my boy.
A male is biological. Female is biological. But
So what is the adult male?
Adult male? A biological male. That's grown.
It's true.
But see, no, man and woman is biology and behavioral patterns. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call certain dude BANs, bitch ass niggas. We call them bitches. We don't call them man because they are male, but we can't call them a woman, so we call them a BAN because he don't have the behavior. Right?
Okay.
So yeah, male is you got a penis, you're a male. But if your behavior ain't to a certain point, you're not a man. Like if you're a dude that don't take care of your kids, you're not a man. But people like to lump them shits together. If you beat women, you're not a man. You a male though. You're a male.
So what's the equivalent? So this test the consistency of this, right? Let's flip it over to the women's side. So what do you got to do to make you not be a woman? That's what I'm.
Easy stuff. You don't know how to take care of yourself. Can't take care of yourself. You're a female, but you're not a woman. You don't take care of your kids. You don't wash their ass. They all here with saggy pampers like baby kids dirty. You ain't got nothing going on. You a female, but you're not a woman. You have no control of your behavior. You're a female because of your vagina, but you're not a woman. It's all about behavior. You got to get that woman and man title. We got to start putting a certain level of behavior on these people before we give them that. They don't deserve it. They don't qualify.
So can they just be a man, but they're irresponsible or an immature man? Because I think a man being an adult male, that shit should I think anything outside of that is complicating it. You got it out, Uncle Jeff.
And with love, I'm gonna push back, brother. What you and I understand what you're saying, but you're making man and woman social. Everything you brought up was social.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with it. I have to use the definition for man the way the government does, which is any male who makes it to the age of 18 that hasn't got straight A's or his parents ain't rich, we can use to go and die in other areas of the world for
No,
the
that's no.
wishes of the power elite. That's a man.
That's no dope.
That's a well. When they count them,
Drop the
the
link.
way the army counts them, they don't use adult or male. They say we have this many men and women, and they don't care about their responsibility.
And this one of the things that's social.
Because I think that's
You know what? I thought it was my turn.
I think that's slippery. That's some LGB. I think that could slip into some LGB talk when we try to blur the lines outside of biology and start putting roles on it. You know what I mean? Because you could say that a stud could be a stud could be you know what I mean?
No, a stud is a woman.
A stud is still a woman.
Let's get back on the road. Let's get back on the road of what type of man you are. Because you a man. You in the race, nigga. You just last. Oh. You're still in there. If you are old enough to die for this country, congratulations. You're a man. Now, are you a responsible man? Are you an accountable man? Are you a capable man? Are you a trustworthy man? You're a man. Get your shit together is the way I've always looked at it. To say you ain't, that's where we get into the slippery slope of real man. A real man does all the shit that's missing in my life.
I understand what you're saying.
That man is real. That horrible, despicable, I'm gonna land it here. That horrible, despicable, unaccountable, had 3 babies already when he met you by 2 other women and then gave you 2. That's a man. You just chose an irresponsible one.
I understand what you're saying, but I practice my shit. I keep things simple. Male.
That's what I just did.
Well,
I know how you be streaming and you know you the Brody, but that shit you made it a little complicated. Plus, you leave room for it to be weaponized.
No,
like
actually,
you're not a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, because we can't do that in the reverse to women and say like you're not a real woman if you know.
So can I hop in? Because no, solely the responsibility of being a parent does not just fall on a man. Which is why I hate the argument, well, if the father was there, if the father was there, if the father was there, the father is not. Regardless of who you want to blame, the father is not. Yes, is there a sole responsibility of women? As we even saw with the mother who was there to protect her son. That is why she got jumped in the first place. So yes, me as a mother of a young boy, if his father is not around, not even because he's not in his life, but if the father's just not there, as a mother, I still have a sole responsibility to protect my young. So again, it's a matter of whoever you want to blame for why these children act this way. It's neither here nor there because the children are acting this way. Because again,
what city do you live in?
I'd rather not.
Okay, what state do you live in? Can you tell us what state? Okay, let's keep it nice and vague like you like it. Somewhere within a 500.
Why is this coming off a little shady? Hold on, Uncle Jeff. What did I do?
No, I'm trying to help you with a couple of the things that you are doing. Grease the tracks for and there's no. This thing is so screwed up that it's hard to be wrong when you speak on things. There's 100 ways to blame this, but it is not us. It is not men who said that you could raise boys by yourselves.
I didn't say that.
I'm not accusing you of it. I'm really trying to get somewhere to help you. The only reason we're on this road is because you were evasive about where you live. Now, what I'm saying is that somewhere within a 500 square mile radius is a group of men that if you tell them that you had any problem with your son or your daughter, that even though you are not a member of this said group of men, they would come to your aid. I guarantee it 100%. This is
I
the Nation
agree.
of Islam.
I don't disagree with that. I'm not saying that men don't have a place in this at all. I'm just saying the original question was, is it solely on the fathers or the lack thereof? And I'm saying no. The issue that I am saying at this point is the children are already here. The children are already acting this way. We
Okay.
can keep blaming the fact that, oh, the father's not in the home. For some of these children, the mother might not be in a home.
I
So
I
again,
thought I just helped you with a solution.
You
I'm
can't
kind of
blame the
solution
person that's
oriented.
not there. That's like blaming me for tearing something up at work and I quit the job 3 months ago. You know, you can't blame a person that's literally not there. He should be there, but if he's not, like Rosie's saying, she's there, and all bad behavior is on her because she's the one there. Now he wrong for leaving, but literally he ain't there to
So could you
reinforce
blame
and
him?
support any bad behavior.
I'm not
So you
blaming anybody.
so instead of blaming him for the happenings because he wasn't there for the happenings, could you blame him for the non-happenings that should have happened? You know what I'm saying?
It depends. Was he an irresponsible loser that showed no signs of being there anyway, yet she still slept with him? You can't sleep with
Nah, bro.
Look,
I
hear me
don't.
out.
I don't.
You
That's
can't
a
sleep
cop
with an
out.
irresponsible man and then expect him to become responsible just because he had a kid.
That's a great fact for another conversation. That's a great fact for another conversation. This one here is about how, and the only reason I brought it up is because I got into the minds of the children. The children who jumped on this woman, none of them said, man, I hope my daddy don't find out about this.
But we don't know that to be a fact, Uncle Jeff. We don't. We don't
Oh,
know
no,
that.
we
You
already,
can't say that as a,
no. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let me make that fit for even you.
What is with the shade?
Because you keep bringing up this corner group of savages that control. You keep bringing up, and this isn't shade. This is outlining the fact that we have already said that there is a contingent of men who would encourage their children to do this. We've already covered them. You keep trying to get back to them, and I don't understand why.
That's not what I was trying to say or do, Uncle Jeff. What I am saying is the fact that we cannot make absolute statements of why these children are acting the way they're acting based off of what parent is there, what parent isn't there. What I am saying, because what I'm saying is not even the fact that the father encourages this. The father could be in the home and not know that these children are even doing this. Do we not know?
I'm sorry, sis.
If the children are not getting in trouble for this, hold on real quick. Because there is an issue where a lot of parents, that's the whole reason why the Boys in the Hood, I even read that earlier. The system of parents who are overworked or who were not around because they were just working, who didn't know what their kids were getting into. You can have both parents in the home and your child will still be on some YN things behind closed doors. That's why you can have videos of young girls, as soon as they come to school, you drop them off at school, they're in their school uniform. Then 5 minutes later, after you pull off, they're taking the uniform off or they're turning it into a whole nother outfit. These young men can do the same thing.
Now that happens, but I think that's more of a minority. Two households and your kids
a
still.
group of children jumping a mother and child is a minority, but we're still covering it.
Okay, this is
But I'm pretty sure
it's
it's a general. I'm pretty sure there's general similarities in them kids. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of general similarities in them kids' upbringing or the household situations. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way that we can't find similarities in all of them kids that was there. Either the majority of them got a absent dad, or the majority of them from a certain neighborhood. Is no, we could find some generalities in them. You know what I mean?
Yes, but I'm also speaking on. Do y'all not know? Because we did a show, the woman show a while back about women and the ID channel. Do y'all not know that there are situations where a lot of these children who snap, they do come from 2-parent households?
Yes.
Like, to say one thing over the other is negating the fact that the children did it. We're trying to sit here and figure out why they did it with a breadcrumb, with a breadcrumb of information.
Mm.
You don't know if those children come from a 2-parent household. You don't know if they come from 1-parent household. Hell, you don't even know if them kids don't even have parents and they're being raised by a sibling. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, what is besides we need to have more fathers? Because until we have more fathers, until we have more women who are mothers, until we have these parents that y'all think that we need in this community, what is the actual solution to what's going on today? Because
I
a
thought I
mother
gave it to you.
got jumped with, hold on real quick. A mother, so a parent who was there got jumped with her kid. Regardless if that you don't know if that man is in the household or not for that mother who got jumped, but he wasn't there at that very moment. There was no men or other adults there, apparently, in front of a school, mind you, who were like, we can't do this. Break this up. What the hell is going on? There is a bigger picture and a bigger problem that for some reason y'all are taking it back to just rhetoric that we speak on and talking points.
I could have swore I gave a solution, but I'll try again. Let's just use Chicago. Let's just use good old-fashioned Chicago because that's where it happened, and I happen to be from there.
Okay.
Dear Black people in Chicago, sisters who are afraid of being jumped on, I need you to make your way to Mas Mariam. I need you to find a brother standing on the corner with a bow tie on and a bean pie in his hand. I need you to tell that brother the problem you are having and where you are having it. I need you to find what's my man's name? He right there in Chicago too. His name will come to me in a minute, and then I will raise my hand. That's a brother you can call on. These are solutions. I'm sorry that they're man oriented.
So why weren't they there at the school?
I'm sorry that they point in a particular
Why weren't they there at the
direction.
school?
What's that?
Why weren't they there at the school?
Because it happened before this conversation we're having right now.
And usually both parents don't go to pick the kids up at school.
Exactly.
That's not what that's not what I was asking. Because what Uncle Jeff, his solution is not even asking the parents. They're asking the community, right? You're asking for the Nation of Islam, who, if you want them, have them come to the school. They could be a cross guard. There was no other adult there. That's the whole point I'm making. There was no regulation there besides the fact that a mother had to defend not only her son, but herself.
How old are these kids?
They were middle schoolers.
They know better than that shit.
That exactly.
No, I'm not arguing your point. I ain't saying you're wrong, bro. I'm just saying
they're still children. Where are the other adults? If you're telling me that the Brothers of the Nation of Islam can do all this, then they should have been there volunteering.
Well, no, sister. I don't know. Now that I'm not going to put on them because I don't know about that. I'm going to say you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. They should have been there. But that's then, and this is now. And I need you to tell me what your problem is with my solution. Because I haven't heard one from you. This is mine.
I just gave you mine. There should have been more adults there. So
no.
Hold on. I'm gonna answer your question, Uncle Jeff. Hold on.
Future,
I'm answering your question.
Solution.
I'm answering your question. If we as a community know we have all these fatherless homes, this isn't the first time people are getting jumped outside of a school. People are getting jumped in an alleyway. People are getting jumped in anywhere that they're getting jumped at, right? So Brothers of the Nation of Islam can be on the freeway, if they can be in front of a gas station, if they can be in front of all these other places selling these bean pies, why can't they be in front of these schools, grocery stores, and everything else that these situations are happening?
I'd
these
like to answer
bodegas that these are happening at.
I'd like to answer that. Because number one, generally, what the Nation of Islam does is handle the Nation of Islam's business. They teach their own children. They feed their own children. They have thriving businesses right now that they handle on their own. But because they are taught benevolence to the outside world that beseeches them first, they operate under that. They are not the policemen of Chicago, and I do not represent them. I don't speak for them. I am telling you what I have witnessed happen. I am telling you that I have friends who are members of the Nation of Islam who would back what I'm saying right now. that if you are a young sister on the south side of Chicago and you are worried about walking your child, I don't think you are going to make your way to a mosque that involves the Nation of Islam and they are going to turn you away cold. I don't know what their solution is, but I know it is a problem that I don't see them not working on.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna take it away from the Nation of Islam, and I'm
Okay.
gonna say community, because at the end of the day, we love to say, "Well, men will mentor, men will do this," right? Again, there wasn't even a cross guard. There was not even a sign of another adult in that area, or everybody else was just watchers and watching the spectacle happen and said it had nothing to do with me, so I'm gonna stay out of it. Because let's also be clear, a lot of people do that, right? So either way, as much as we want to complain about the lack of fathers in our community, as one second, y'all.
Yeah, Roxy over there doing her mommy duties. I don't necessarily think that look, I do think when a dad is there, because I grew up with a dad. I grew up with a single dad actually. And a lot of shit that I do, I was scared of my dad finding out more than the
Come
police.
on,
I ain't
bro.
even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Because your dad could save you from the, you know what I'm saying? Your dad, the way your dad is gonna punish you is gonna be different from the police. You know what I'm saying? And the disappointment alone from your dad, you know what I'm saying? That shit is like,
I don't disagree again with the fact of a father, but if we already know that a lot of children in our community are born out of wedlock, if we already know that the possibility of a father not being there, I'm so sick and tired of what about the father, the father, the father, the father, the father, the father, the father. He's not there.
Because that's
What about
important.
that?
That's crucial. But
Yeah, okay. And
we
I'm not
can't skip
saying
past that though, Rogue.
we
That's the
He's
whole
can.
not
thing.
there.
We
We
It don't
can't.
can.
matter.
We
What's that,
can.
JT?
Because at the end of the
what
day,
up, JT?
these kids don't give a damn about what their father's going to say or do. Because either he's not there or they don't care. So next.
Well, we already answered it. I answered it for you.
But hold on, Uncle Jeff.
You keep reading about it. You've already brought it up, sis.
But hold on, this is the problem. We can't go to next. And can y'all mute when y'all not talking, please, y'all? We can't go to next. This is the problem. The problem is we need to stay here and we need to figure out how to get these fathers back so that we can stop some of this madness that's going on in these so-called communities. The thing is we're high hurdling, keep jumping past the fathers ain't here. So next, no, we need to get the fathers back. We need to get
They're
the
not
community back.
She's
there.
not wrong.
You can't
They're
get
not
somebody
there.
back that was never there.
She's
A
not
lot of
Or they
these
wrong.
didn't care to
fathers
be there.
can't quit a job they never had. They
Thank
was
you.
never in a committed relationship with this woman. They never promised her nothing. They never showed her nothing. He didn't leave her. He didn't
So
leave the
let me
kid.
ask
He
y'all
was
this:
never there.
instead of promoting more fatherhood, what do y'all suggest as a solution for a situation like what we just watched
Better
with all them
selection
kids?
for mates.
No,
Better
okay,
Well,
so
that's
selection
hold
for
on, hold
mates.
on. That goes
That's
back
the
to what
same
we're
thing as father.
That's the same
okay.
thing I'm saying though.
Hold on.
That's the
So
same
let
thing.
me.
Everybody can't. Every
That's the same
baby.
thing though.
That's the
No,
same thing. You're going
no,
back.
they
Hold on,
all
and that's
are.
why I say we
A
need to get away
sperm
from
donor
that.
not a father.
I got
Every
you.
motherfucker that skied in the chick is not a father. I'm a
But look
father.
at this. Let me just say this one thing, right, bro? If a woman lay with a nigga that is irresponsible, sure that's partially her bad. But on the other end, you got a kid now. Grow the fuck up, bro. Like I'm not responsible is no excuse, bro. You got to grow up, bro. Like we can't just give no because I could say, oh, I didn't see the sign, Mr. Officer. Them niggas is still gonna give me a ticket, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta
But they
that
say
is not,
ignorance
You
is
don't have
not
to do shit.
ignorance is no what you call it of the law. That's
excuse.
an
You
excuse of the
can't
law.
squeeze
Okay,
lemon
so
juice
let
out of
me say
rock.
this real quick. No one is downplaying the role of a father. The
Right.
same way I would hope you as men would never downplay the role of a mother, right? Again, at the end of the day, a lot of middle schoolers, believe it or not, a lot of high schoolers, believe it or not, actually aren't afraid of their parents the same way that you think that you might have been, especially not in this day and age. Now, with that being said, the solution, I don't disagree with what Uncle Jeff is saying. That's why I even took it off the Nation of Islam. If the Nation of Islam is more for self, cool. As a community, people are afraid to step out on the streets of Chicago because of situations like this, whether it's from the older or the younger. People are afraid to get in other people's business because the moment something happens, you don't want to be liable. We have to get out of such a selfish mindset if we really want this community that we always keep hearing the community. We keep hearing these words and it's a mock. We are
But that's
mocking the places that we live. We're mocking the people around us because you can't even go to your neighbor anymore and ask for a cup of sugar.
the
So
thing. The
again,
community starts in the household. Like community is a collection of
I'm
family.
not taking that away, Doc. What I'm saying is
Why you
that
say
mother got jumped with her child because
Mm.
there was not another adult. There was no one else to regulate these wild children. That is the whole point of Lord of the Flies. These children were put on an island by themselves because they're savages.
But
Wait,
look at
no,
this,
no, no.
Rogue
That's not.
C.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Time out.
Go ahead,
That's
go ahead, go ahead.
not what happened in Lord of the Flies.
Thank
They were
you.
in an airplane accident on their way to somewhere, and then they had to survive. So let's be clear about
Yeah,
that.
let's.
Yes, okay, fine. They're
And what
still
I
on
was gonna
a
say
deserted
that let me
island
just
without
say this
actual
before you
civilization.
let me just
We
say this
should not.
before you continue, Rogue. The father needing to be there is not for the lady and her kid. We
I didn't
talking
say
about
that.
them kids that jump them.
I
Yeah.
did
They
not. I
ain't got
know.
no dad in their crib. You know what I'm
I
saying? And they
know.
ain't scared of no male authority going home, knowing that they was doing some fuck shit. They not afraid
I
because of
know.
that shit.
I'm not arguing that. I am arguing the fact that we do have savage children, regardless of who is there and who is not. Because the
But
whole
both
point that
parents,
I was trying to hold on, the whole point I was trying to make with Lord of the Flies, these children became savage because there are no adults around. Same situation here. Forget their parents. If any adult is around, they look for the leadership of adults. So if all these adults are saying, well, I'm gonna keep my hands clean of it, you ain't my kid, so fuck it. What are we supposed to do?
Charge them to the
Okay,
max. That's the first step. Charge them to the max. For what they did to that woman and that kid, max they ass
And then
out legally.
when the next group comes around and does it, because they're not
Max they
afraid of
ass
that.
out legally.
I
Also,
you gotta make an example of them too when you know what I'm saying, so the rest will be scared. But
okay.
because if that was my wife and kid, I would have came in there pistol whipping and possibly popping them.
I told you, me too. That's what
I
I
would have
said.
came pistol whipping and this
yeah, I
one.
think this is bugging at this school zone.
I'm only 5'7", 184.
I'm big.
But Doc, that shouldn't happen at a school zone either way. So they have every right to do that.
What should happen? I don't know. I'm pistol whipping, beating them straight up. If they're
Hippity
my
hop,
wife and kid,
mob,
somebody got to go.
stop.
Tyrone Nug Jr. got to go.
We are having this conversation is a fantastic one for 1997. Where we are now, the conversation you are having, ladies and gentlemen, is irrelevant. This is your answer, sis. It's Isaiah 4. There's no more room. Those children and their way of thinking, sis, it's about to get ate alive. The protection you are looking for is not going to come from monogamy. The math don't add up.
I'm so sick of hearing Isaiah 4:1 just for
I
y'all
know
to
you
go ahead and
are,
say that
and what you can do is tear it out of your Bible and roll a joint with it because it must not be true. Maybe
I never said any of that.
My turn.
But that cannot be the only solution.
My
You
turn.
mentioned having
I'd
you
like to
women got to
finish.
end up with multiple women got to
And
end up with
after the
one
two
man.
y'all, let's after the two y'all, let's
finish
get
if you could.
JT in there too.
It's either my turn or it's not.
Go ahead, Uncle. But you and her having a back and forth. After y'all back and forth, let's say what JT say about the whole
What
incident.
I want you to tell me my math is bad. I want you to tell me that there's an absolute surplus. So GM is wrong. There's a gang of mechanics. There's a gang of plumbers. There's a gang of electricians. There's good black men everywhere, and Isaiah 4 is wrong. Sisters aren't having a hard time finding a man to marry them, and they're wonderful with no children. That's not happening. Well, in that world, what you're saying makes sense. In this one, this conversation about these savages is late. These are the people who are not going to make it. If you have a child or children already as a single mother, you are going to find yourself planning up behind capable people, and those capable people will be behind capable men. Electricians, carpenters, plumbers, farmers, workers, dudes that's good with their hands, dudes that's good with IT, and them raggedy ass niggas you talking about are going to lead the savages to ruin. Somebody tell me what I just said is crazy and don't make sense. And why? With where we are right now. Tell me I'm
Because at the
nuts.
end of the day, adults come from selfishness. You all sound so selfish at this point. Because you even said, I can't speak for the Brothers of the Nation of Islam, but let's say the Brothers of the Nation of Islam, ladies in Chicago, go ahead and go find you the Brother of the Nation of Islam and go ahead and ask for his assistance. It's already happening. How am I supposed to get to them if they're not there where they need to be?
Well,
Y'all
here's
have an
how.
issue,
You
and I'm
set
not
your-
speaking
you-
of
Hey,
the
hold on,
here's
Uncle
how.
Jeff. Hold on. Let her finish.
I thought she
I'm
that
not
was a
speaking
No,
question.
she wasn't finishing. Let her finish. Go ahead.
I'm not speaking strictly to the men on the panel. I am saying men in this generation are so afraid to have that S on their chest. Y'all love to hype up these superheroes that y'all see on the TV screen, but when it actually comes down to y'all actually getting the chance to do it, y'all fumble and fold so much because,
Who
again,
is
it has
y'all?
nothing to do with me.
Hold up.
Again, I'm
Who
not
is
speaking
y'all?
to anyone specifically on the panel. I'm saying collectively.
General, right.
Collectively, that is the issue. Because if you are going to boast and pride about how much stronger men are, how much more capable and thinking and logical men are, but y'all don't even want to do the bare minimum of helping rebuild this community, y'all are the builders. You're talking about the electricians, the plumbers, the carpenters. Those are mostly men-based fields, correct?
Yes.
Yet for some reason, y'all don't want to put your boots on the ground to actually build a community, to cultivate women and children.
Wait a minute.
If they're
Wait a
not
minute.
mine, it's not my problem.
I gotta protect my own.
If God, hold on.
That's
If God had
wait a
that
minute.
mindset,
No,
hold
but what
on.
he's saying is important. You gotta protect his own. There's everybody thinking that's why it starts with your family and then it starts spreading out to more people. It don't start out there and then
Half
that's
these
not how it
people,
happened.
I bet you, are cousins to certain these good quality men. They're nieces and nephews to these good quality men. They're grandchildren to these good quality men. Correct?
Okay, yeah.
My wife chose right.
Hey, hold on,
These hoes
you
gotta
gotta
choose
let
right. My wife chose right. These hoes
hold
gotta
on,
choose right.
You gotta let Uncle Jeff get in
I
there real
thought.
quick. And then
I
pass
thought.
the mic to
Nigga said, "Fuck."
come on, man, y'all. Come on. Go ahead, Uncle Jeff.
Uh,
Go ahead. And then after that, what we know podcast.
I don't. Well. Pretty soon, it's beginning to look like you're not missing my point. You're avoiding it. Is these problems that you have are solvable? They're already solved. They're solving themselves, is what I'm trying to tell you. And it's not going to go fast. It's not going to end tomorrow. I ain't God. I don't have that answer. I have the answer God has. That's the answer God has.
Can I say this
As I
last
look
thing and then we
outside,
can open it to JT? I know JT, thank you so much for your patience. Uncle Jeff, the issue that I have with Isaiah 4 and 1, y'all are saying that because the whole point of Isaiah 4 and 1 is apparently we're going to be in this dystopian place where multiple women, 7 to 1, I don't even know the full number, right? We're just making up numbers at this point. Multiple women are going to have to try to cleave on to this one man. So the whole point I'm making for if you men are this selfish and saying I got to protect my own, how the heck are you going to take on these women that are going to be trying to beg you and cleave unto you for the sake of your namesake and your covering?
Because they'll be my women then.
Wait,
I
hold
protect
on,
my
Yeah,
own.
selfish.
oh my
Hold on,
God.
y'all. Let
Nah, but
Uncle Jeff
I didn't
Never
wait, but we
mind.
gotta pass it
Never mind.
around to other people could answer too, though. You
Yeah,
know what
let
I'm
I know,
saying?
but
everybody.
You
it
got it
was
on.
it was a back and forth. In all
I
fairness, it was
thought.
a back and forth to his point. So just let him answer, and then y'all got it. Go ahead, Uncle Jeff, real quick, and then y'all got it. Go ahead, Uncle Jeff. Make it
These
brief.
same dudes that I'm talking about Unc B Streaming. I'm talking about JT. I'm talking about Is. When this shit really hit the fan,
He talking about which doctor?
And well, yeah, my bad, Witch Doctor. I'm high. And Witch Doctor. All the cats up here. My bad,
Which
Witch
doctor's
Doctor
the terrorist?
Witch
He's like
Doctor
this.
need 5 more too.
Right? And I'm on the phone now. I don't usually do it on the phone. Y'all this big. Here's my point. The niggas that's worth a damn, JT already know him. They already know him. All of us already know niggas that's worth a damn. And when it get real thick, they gonna find each other because they have no choice.
So y'all taking on single moms with little niggas like that? I'm just asking. Are y'all gonna take on single mothers with little nigglets like that?
Here's how. Yes, sister. Yes.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
No, sis. This shit we doing right here.
I said okay.
We'll have single women out in the cold fucking prairie.
I said okay. If y'all are willing to take on these single mothers with these little nigga children, then cool.
Again, you don't understand what I'm saying. They ain't just taking on little badass kids. There will be exceptions. We gonna find out what your son is good at. And if he good at what JT do, JT gonna teach him. Or Unc be speaking, or is, or whoever. But if he in here with this foul shit and you won't let us chastise your son, you and your son can take your asses out there with them niggas that can't fix a flat. That's how it's gonna go.
It's hilarious. Unc be speaking is hilarious.
JT, you might as well get it. You might as well get it before you lose it, JT. You might as well.
What's up, fellas, man? What's going on, man? What's up?
What's going on, JT?
What's going on, Jeff Brown, Uncle Jeff? You know what it is. This is interesting.
You ain't gonna speak to the fellas?
Yeah, I ain't speaking to you. Nah, girl, you know I'm speaking to you. What's going on? Love it, girl.
JT, because they apparently already think we got beef. People already think we got beef. I'm like, dang, we might.
Yeah, I got beef.
Yeah. Oh, we ain't got no beef. We straight. We good. Yeah, man. This again. Here we go again with something that's really it's imperative to our community to really look at what we see that happened in Chicago. Dig. Never in Niggardom have we ever experienced something on I guess on video where we seen some damn elementary / middle school children beating up on somebody's mama along with the kids. Never seen that.
That is wild.
But most importantly, we've never seen a reaction the way that we've seen it here. They're talking about protesting. Who are we talking about protesting? Some kids?
Nah, they're not talking. Wait, that's what they're saying. They about a protest?
Yeah, they stood outside.
They said it was a protest, man. Yeah, and the thing is that that's a wake up call for that community, specifically that community.
Thank you.
Is that's bad. That's very bad for us to see a community that's that weak, where some elementary kids can assault a mother and her children, and then all we got is people getting up and talk about marching. No, that's
but
not
who they
what it
marching
is.
at? Who they say they was marching against? Like the school?
No, that's what we're trying to figure out. They can't march against the school because the only thing they can do with the school is to hold them accountable for not being able to have things in place that they should have in place. That's basically where that's going to go. It's kind of like, y'all fucked up. This is where we have to get this fixed. Because you can fix it. It's an easy fix for them. But the thing is that's why you have to have the community themselves to be accountable. There's no way that ever should have happened where a mother, it ain't never, I'm talking about, bro, in our history. We done had, Jeff, you come from Chicago. I'm from Detroit. We done been around gangbangers. We done had families that was gangbangers. Woo! One of the things that never happened was that mothers got attacked by being able, those were the ones that could have.
JT, let me say this, JT. Those are not, them kids is not criminals. Them kids is not hustlers on the street. Them kids is kids. They didn't even look like you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't expect that from them. That's
just
like the
put
most unlikely people to expect that
so
shit from.
so this is the thing. Us as men, just our presence alone, man, them kids would have scattered. That's why
Right.
when Izzy said that he would have put out the thump on them, I'm like, no, man, you ain't got it. Those kids ain't that's not what that was for. That right there, if you had a dad, the only thing we gonna do is show our presence. Some kids gonna scatter. The
Yeah.
reason why they do what they do is because of how they were rigored, right? Or the lack of rigor, right? That they have mothers right now that's sitting back and saying, I don't even know how to protect my child. So what do? Stupid stuff like put their kids on social media. Hey, you give them a public apology. That's not a good answer either. Because you still got to protect them. Why? Because they're still kids. Do you understand what you have these adults that would do? Those adults would come back and shoot those kids. In the time we in right now, this is what you have. Go to some of those videos and look at the comments. You got adults talking about, deleting children.
Why not?
Those were children.
Why not?
But I ain't gonna hold you. The first time
if you beat my wife for 22 years and my 10-year-old daughter, you got to if you gonna get it, if you gonna get it. If I witness that shit, it's gloves off.
I ain't gonna hold you. My first inclination. I understand what you're saying, Unc, because my first inclination when I first watched the video, I was like, nah, one of them kids would have had to get deleted. But the thing is, me thinking with my rational mind is like, nah, that is wild. Even brandishing the hammer in a school zone, that is insane to me.
Once I see that, all rational goes out the air.
Of course, it's gonna be a reflex, off reflex.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna witness it.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, bro. I've been in a lot of fucking fights. I remember one of the fights. Me and my brother, we had a fight with 7 dudes, right? And my father, he seen it because we was coming from around the block and we were fighting all the way around the block. These dudes are out here jumping us, right? I mean, they wasn't doing a great job at all. My father saw it. And soon as they seen that was my father, because the only thing he did was get in the middle of them, was like, hold up, what's going on? Some of them dudes scattered. A couple of them stayed right there. My father, the only thing he said was, ain't gonna be no jumping, my boys. Now, we gonna finish these fights. Who is it that you supposed to be fighting, right? And my father was like, that's one-on-one with y'all. And I swear to God, if anybody else try to jump in, I'm jumping on your ass. That's how things used to be. And these were teenagers. I was a teenager. You talking about some damn 12-year-olds? If that ever would have happened to my mama, my father been like, what the fuck was you doing there anyway? You know why? Because my mother wasn't the one that was just going up to the school saying, I'm going to protect you during the times that we have now.
How about it?
Now, in those times back then, mothers could do it. You know why? Because there was some type of respect that they still had. You had dudes that could have got killed, but the reason why they didn't was because their mama was with them. You had cats. Hey, you know how it used to be, Jeff. Bro, you sit back, they see you with your mama, and y'all against each other, and they sit back and they look and they say, "Boy, I'll catch you tomorrow then, because you with your mother."
JT, just parenthetically, when me and JT came up, let's just pretend me and JT was both in Chicago. This how it go. The GDs is looking for me and JT. Our mamas get off the 63rd Street bus every day at 3:35. You know who gonna be waiting there for them? 3 GDs that's gonna walk them home, and ain't nothing gonna happen to them women. Ain't nobody gonna touch them women. But they gonna let gonna let them women know. Oh, hey, Miss Brown, how you doing? No, I'll carry that for you. Have you seen Jeff? You tell Jeff Toogie looking for him. Just like that. But ain't no women getting robbed and jumped. No, not when I grew up. No.
And those were teenagers.
Allow that. It made them look soft.
Yeah.
And by the way, let me show so to a couple of the super chats on. Show so to Chanel's reality. She said, "Hey Doc, Happy Thursday to the people. Appreciate you, Chanel. Also, A-Dub member for 4 months. He said, where is creative? Roxy needs help. I appreciate you, A-Dub. He also said, bring back the ass whooping we went through as kids. That's it.
Come on.
What don't kill you make you stronger. You know what I mean? Ongby Streamer said, I'm not Batman and black men not the Justice Leagues. Chicks need to stop having kids with the Joker and creating the Legion of Doom.
Shout out to Uncle Stu. That was the good one.
Shows of the Trucker Yearly said, I love black women, spicy. Hey, Rogue C, F all the men on the panel. Except DJ Wig Doctor.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Shows of the Trucker Year. He said, all them
damn kids, probably.
Oh, all them damn kids is getting Ricky Bobby immediately. We're not playing no games, and knowing my wife, she letting them shots ring. Shows with the 18-letter rock him the Brody. He said, I'm sorry. If that was my girl and son, I cannot say what I would have done. But for the aftermath, if the parents wanted to get some, they can get some too. I appreciate you. And we got Trucker Year for the last one. He said, unfortunately, they don't play them sane politics or same. Unfortunately, they don't play by them sane politics. Everybody is unsafe. So that being said, if you jump my sickly wife and my kids, and especially my 6-year-old daughter, you're not making it home. Trucker Yale is gonna delete somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I appreciate
I don't want to go to jail.
Take a DJ with
Real quick, gentlemen. It has been a lovely evening. I do have to jump off. I do have mommy duties.
Your skin looks great.
Appreciate you, my sister. Shout out to Rogue C in the building.
All right, Rogue.
I will be in the chat. Y'all have this was a great show. For everyone watching, your girl will be back, of course, next Wednesday, next Thursday. If you haven't subscribed to me,
Make sure you subscribe to her. Subscribe to Rogue C. Subscribe to Rogue C. LBC Rogue C.
Yeah, we're trying to get to 500 subs at this moment, y'all. So please help a girl out, share us out. But gentlemen, thank you so much for the conversation. I very much enjoyed. I will love to also discuss this again further. So if you guys also want to do this again, let me know.
So you're not running. She's trying to let y'all know she's not running.
Rogue, we ain't beefing
Listen,
at all.
I love the smoke session.
Well, she's
Listen, again, people came to me acting like we had beef. I'm like, I didn't even know me and JT had beef.
We ain't got no beef, sweetie. Please believe that.
She's politely rage
quitting.
Most
definitely.
Politely rage quitting is crazy.
Listen, before Uncle Streaming tries to come for me and tells me I'm not a woman because I got a child I gotta go take care of. What? I don't want to be a own woman. I gotta go put my child in the bath before Uncle Streaming be talking about. You see that Rogue C, her child be going around without taking a bath in the shower.
Yeah, what time I took a bath in 2 weeks? You ain't no.
Ain't nobody smell that baby through the screen.
My baby is very much clean and well taken care of. But thank you so much, gentlemen. Izzy with Doctor. I will see y'all on the next one.
Later.
Y'all make sure y'all check out Lover Girl Confession. Rogue C A-Dub just dropped the link in the motherfucking chat. And we also got Shiesty Bum. Not Shiesty Bum. Shiesty Avenger Ashton. He said credit for Rogue C. I appreciate you for the support.
Was that a Freudian slip?
Right.
Yeah. They say that Shiesty. They say Shiesty Bum is Ashton Burner account. Yeah, I know how true it is.
No.
That shit'd be crazy.
Oh no.
I got a couple questions. Did this happen on school grounds?
Yeah, after
It looked like it.
Well, they said I think it was across the street from the school, so that would be considered school grounds. Yeah.
So you said that's considered school grounds?
Yeah, because it depends on where they're at, where the zone is, and in most schools, man, you got a 2 to 5 mile radius in the school ground. Please believe that.
Yeah, the perverts got a radius.
Yeah.
Too. So yeah. So I guess school security can't be everywhere. I'm just trying to figure out how they mad at the school, you know?
I mean, they should hold them accountable, but my whole thing is that it's not. It shouldn't be to the point where we just leave it at blame, right? It's like they got
I'm
to
about
get
to
their
look it
shit
up to
together.
make sure it was on school ground
Yeah, I'm
because if
looking
it's
that up
not on
right now.
school,
Look it up.
yeah.
Accountable for what though? The kids
Well,
left
the
off
thing
their
is,
grounds and
no. But the thing is it was it off the grounds. Remember, I don't know if you guys had safeties back then, right? We used to be because the thing was it was more communal.
Yeah.
When I was in elementary and regular school, but in elementary school and now what they got 12 K to 12 in that school because they had people that was in the 5th grade and they had people that was in the 8th grade. The girl was in the 8th grade. But it was other kids that was and so that probably was at least a K through 8th or something like that. So when you're looking at that, right? Remember when you had kids that was safeties? They used to have a little safety belt to go
Little
across
orange
and
belt
things
on?
like that. Yeah, and then you had the older folks that actually like retired people. They started being cross guards and stuff like that.
An
Also,
adult presence.
yeah. And I just remember how it was more communal when it came down to that. But I've never seen in my life a school, even if it is K through 8th, where kids attacked somebody's mama. I've been on this earth for over 50 years and I've
You ain't
never
been in Brooklyn. That happened in Brooklyn a
It
lot.
wasn't on and it
Damn.
actually wasn't on school grounds. It didn't happen. It
I was
didn't
about
happen
to
on the
say,
school grounds.
Oh, that happens a lot where I live at. Where I used to live at in Brooklyn. They used to give it to people, parents, to teachers, everybody. Anybody could get it.
Yeah.
So we don't
that age,
verify it wasn't on school grounds.
Yeah,
and
it
it makes a
wasn't.
huge difference. Because I was gonna say the school, even if it was close to school grounds, what's that radius? Like what's the radius to where the school's like, yo,
Right.
my name been it and I ain't in it. But now we know it didn't even happen on school grounds. So they need to back off the school in general.
There's a difference between the school, and I just looked it up. Think about this. You're confusing. We're conflating school grounds with school zone.
School zones. You know what?
A
That's what I should
school
have looked up.
zone. The school is not responsible for the zone.
Yeah.
The culprit is. You cannot sell weed in a school zone.
School zone.
You cannot do
Facts.
blank in a school zone. If you have an SA, if you have something like that on your record, you cannot live within X feet of a school zone. School grounds is the cafeteria, the playground. So
Yeah.
no, this happened in a school zone.
But even if that wasn't the case, though, they can't. It was that parent was coming from the school, and the problem was that her kids were being bullied. Right. So even if it wasn't on school grounds or school zone, you still have to be. That's why I said we get away from the blaming type of thing. We have to still come up and exact this problem, right? And we have to have the people from school, from the community. Everybody needs to step in. That was my whole thing. I don't want to be at a point where it stops at blame. It's at a point where it's like that's a problem, and we need to fix this problem. Period.
What it's saying though is still a way that the school could be held liable if it was something that continued from a prior incident that the school could have handled. Then the school could be held liable.
Yeah,
because it's something that it was brought to their attention, and then they handed it sloppy fit to turn into this shit. You know what I mean? But that's the only way, because there's no way they could be held liable for some shit that happened off the school ground. You know what I mean?
I don't even think then, Wiz Doctor, because what you're talking about makes sense if it's one kid.
Yeah.
You know, this is one kid that kept saying, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna bust you in the head with a brick. I'm gonna bust you in the head with a brick. And then he been to the principal's office for it, and then lo and behold, he bust your son in the head with a brick. That's
I mean, a mob gotta start with somebody, you know what I'm saying? What if that one what if that one kid is who started it, and the other kid they just mob with that one kid, you know what I mean?
So
point taken.
Yeah, so I come from a community that was similar to that community, right? And in my middle school, it got so bad in my middle school, we had to have a mini police station inside the middle school, right?
Yeah.
And we also had metal detectors that were there too. That's how it was crazy. I mean, I just remember the first time going to that middle school, and shit, my first day I got into a fight, right? The thing was that in those days, we just learned how to take care of ourselves because I can't count how many fights I had, and my parents never knew about it. How many times it happened. But
It
it's
was like
these
basketball.
yeah, but when they found out, because now we went from fights to stabbings to shootings, right? And my middle school was on the news at least each year 3 times during that year. You know what it was? It was always school shootings, someone that ended up getting hurt or killed. And this was just in the middle school. This wasn't even the high school. You know what I'm saying? So what they ended up doing was that was how the police started getting involved. Now, I used to stay 1.5 miles away from my school. And guess what used to happen? If your ass was in the radius of 2 miles of that school and you had truant officers that was out there, you was getting arrested and they was calling your parents.
Yep.
Within 2 miles each way. So that's why I said that when we're talking about blame, okay, now what? After you blame the school, the thing is that you bring the problem to not only the school, but you bring it to the community and you tell them this can't happen anymore.
They did.
Right?
It was a bunch of protests. They did. It was a bunch of parents that was up and on. And they did. Though you're right about it.
Most definitely.
We need to focus on the truant officer for a hot second, because you're right, JT. But the truant officer was not community funded.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
This thing that it's impossible for any of us to be wrong.
Yeah.
The ugly speaking is not wrong.
Don't be streaming.
If it was
be streaming. Yo, Uncle Jeff is be streaming, not be speaking. It's hilarious.
He do be speaking, but he stream while he's speaking.
Don't worry about it because he called BMU BMW. So
tonight my words are being brought to you by the Sour Punch strain of this shit is
get rid of that strain. It's wonderful to make you not know.
But my point is, when you said, if I see this happen to my wife and my daughter, I promise you, bro, the energy that you carry in a time of crisis around your wife and your daughter, that would have put some shit on anybody's mind.
Yeah.
Number 2, you ain't got to go to guns. You put one of these ham sandwiches on a 12-year-old. I'm 60, bruh. And if I shoot this joker straight and hit you on your chin, it's going to go like you see every fight. You ever see fights where I love these fights, where it be one black dude and 3 white boys and they get their asses polished? That's how that'll go.
Jeff,
you ain't got to hit but 1 or 2 of them.
Jeff,
you
them little kids
with a full blast.
Them little kids are too. Them little kids too small, man. Listen, them little kids too small. If you slang one of them kids in the street and they get to slide,
I'll slang your ass up.
I don't know. There's a lot of. Hey, you ever seen? Hey, a bunch of hyenas get on the lion. That lion has trouble. The 1 or 2. The lion's able to withstand. The 3, 4, 5 hyenas on the one lion.
Right. It's a different game, right?
Hey, look, I got jumped by 7 grown ass men.
I seen that shit. I was like, damn, they took down that lion.
I got jumped by 7 grown ass men and I survived that shit. It ain't nothing that 14 little kids can do to me. Trust me when I tell you. Somebody about to lose something.
I don't know what happened to Cat Williams when he fought that kid, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That little kid out of a yoke.
Bro, I ain't Cat
Williams is 5'2".
Cat Williams.
That little kid yoked him up crazy. That's
he had him yoked and moked like.
Yeah, I felt secondhand embarrassed.
That was bad though. That was bad.
One of us knows Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why it ain't gonna happen to me or JT. The damn military.
Yeah.
I got 100 ways to do something horrible to you with a pencil.
Yeah.
I ain't no did you give me and I ain't gonna say 5 14-year-olds couldn't give it
What's
to
that?
me.
Yeah, what's that on?
I ain't gonna say 5 14-year-olds couldn't give it to me. I'm gonna tell you that the first 2 are gonna be unrecognizable.
Gummies. Yeah. You're one of the parts of that is.
Man, I mean, our
Have you
presence
talking
is
about Uncle
something
Jeff?
different
Talking
anyway.
about Uncle speaking. Uncle speaking.
Be speaking. You know
Our
what I mean?
presence is something different anyway, man. When you
Yeah.
start, trust me, man. When we
Yeah.
get, it just wouldn't go down. I don't care how meek the man would seem. That right there, what happened to that young lady, man, and I hate that it happened to her. If her man was there, it just wouldn't even he wouldn't even have to have said anything.
Different
Them kids
energy.
wouldn't have been doing it. A different energy, dog. Please believe it, man. It's just going to be something a little bit different. And I understand these kids right now, man. They just don't have they don't have the the things in front of them. One of the things I do understand is that all human beings understand violence. They understand it. The
Yes,
loss of
violence is universal.
they understand the loss of anything. They understand the loss of a leg, a life. They understand the loss. They understand the loss of something. All you got to do is make an example of one person, and all of those kids, because they were kids. That's why it's very crazy when we're talking about this situation, because they're still kids. No matter how you look at it, that's why you have to put the responsibility on the parents that are out there that's on those kids' head. You got to put the responsibility on the parents.
I
No
think they
doubt
need
about
to
it.
charge the kids and charge the parents with something. They need to start charging parents with their kids' behavior, and that'll make a lot of these parents lock in more and add some fucking discipline in life when they freedom or money at risk from their child's behavior.
What
But those
money?
kids need to go to juvie. I ain't saying no permanent record stuff. No permanent record stuff. But they need to sit this. They need to sit Christmas out. They need the Christmas and New Year's. They need to be somewhere special.
Yeah. This is my thing. Yeah, because when they get to be adults, they gonna have to sit down anyway when they start doing shit. If you've ever been arrested before, you understand that's you being put on punishment. You are on timeout. Your ass is on timeout right now.
Give it a shout out to Narratives and Dialogues. Appreciate you. Said great show, fellas. On behalf of Israel Mills, I appreciate you, Narratives and Dialogues. Thank you very much, beloved. Appreciate it. Hey,
Yes,
y'all
sir.
be like Narratives and Dialogues. Be streaming. A-Dub way he support the show. A-Dub said, when we were kids, any adult that sees us doing bad, they had the okay from our parents to whoop our ass. It takes community to raise our kids. 100. I never experienced that one personally. I heard people talk about that. They wasn't doing that on my block, but I understand.
I experienced that shit before.
That's
bro.
not a community. That's not a community. That's a village.
Yeah.
This is why this is bruh. Y'all gonna get to it in a minute. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I hope I'm still around. We
And show so the
are
Ashton.
not family. We're not family people. We are village people. And that what you just saw was the example of a village destroyed because it was trying to fit itself into the paradigm of a family. That's some
And
European
show so
shit.
the
It had nothing to do with us.
my fault, Unc. We got two more, right? Show so the Ashton for
Oh,
the
my
two.
bad.
I'm gonna put this to your credit, Ashton. And by the way, we was doing camming up only. I see you was in the back. You know what I'm saying? We don't usually let up guests on this show. You know what I'm saying? But we
Just
made some
say-
concessions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Lauren wasn't here. Shout out to Lauren. Pray everything is well with her. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lonely Locks. Appreciate you. Go ahead, DJ.
No, I was gonna say I put it to your credit, Ashton. I got it written down here. I got my credit book. A couple of people got credit, and I also show so to Loaded Locks. They need to bring Scared Straight back. I don't know whatever happened to that show.
Yeah, that was You
It
know,
wasn't scared no more.
political correctness happened to it. I think one of them kids, they said something to one of them kids, and they tried to say get fly. And I think one
They
of them
got
kids
their
got
ad.
hurt. Yeah, they got hurt.
No, it wasn't the kid. It was the damn prisoner that got hurt. He fucked around and messed around with one of them kids, and them kids whooped his ass.
Oh, was that what happened? I thought the kid got hurt.
I'm just talking shit.
I'm about to say nah. I shout out to Chucky Yell, man.
Great skit though. It'll be a great skit.
No,
you wild. Chucky Yell said $5. Appreciate you. Update: they didn't pull up to every attacker's parents' house, and now all them kids have been arrested. Including the parents. Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Get 'em.
That's what should happen. Appreciate you, Chuck.
But you know what? Because I did get the that's the craziest thing. I did get that that news that they did it. Now the thing is that what would be the punishment, right? Because think about what it is that they'll be charged with. The kids will be charged. They're minors first and foremost. They'll be charged with assault. The parents will probably be charged with felonious assault. And right, and we don't know how this is. The thing is that we have to understand what laws are, and whatever happened to them, I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be so detrimental where they're just going to change their ways. I think it's just going to be something that's going to put them on notice or whatever. But that we got to start changing the laws, man, in some of these neighborhoods, bro, because I don't see that those kids. They're kids. Damn, that's the kind of crazy thing about it is that they're kids. But I think that the parents should take full responsibility and accountability. The reason why is because they're over those children. For instance, if you put that parent in, and you incarcerate that parent, right? That kid gonna feel it. Because guess what the kid ain't gonna be able to do? Go every day into their house and sleep in their bed and all these different things. Those kids are still going to be able. I mean, they're going to be having to be up under some other adults' supervision. And you
What you
can't
mean, like
tell me.
putting them in the system?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
But that is too far. Like by the time they learn their lesson, it's too late. They are already in the system. I think that's a little.
which
To me,
direction?
So
me,
let that be a
to
lesson
me, if you could
to
learn
all
your
the other
lesson,
ones.
to me, I hear you. I hear you.
I
You
think,
thinking
man.
about doing something wrong. You about to get fucked up then. You know
And
what happened
sometimes
to the last
I be
kid.
thinking like if the lesson had to be so extreme that is like, is it a lesson? Because it's not something you could use next time, because it mightn't be a next time because you fucked in the game. No, you know what I mean?
Well, this is why I say this is. Let's just pretend for a second, guys. Let's just go in Uncle Jeff's make believe world for just a minute, because Uncle B streaming was on some shit when he said they need to sit out Christmas and New Year. That is a decision that when you talk about community, we supposed to all get together and go, this is the penalty for your kids. First off, you don't need to be buying them shit for Christmas. If we find out you did, we banishing your ass. You got to move. Second, not only are they sitting out Christmas, they about to give us 500 words each on these subjects: community, togetherness, safety, the fragileness of a female body. Who house need painting?
Yep.
Who shit need drug out? Whose garage need cleaning? Oh, you're going to be doing some shit around here for that. And you're going to work it off and make this community better.
What you guys
and we're going
just
to see to it as the men. That's this punishment that
Ugly streaming.
That's supposed to be run through all of us as men who live around here. And we're going to call a meeting, and this is how it goes down. You're going to be at Miss Miller house, that old lady that need help with that so-and-so. Y'all asses is going to be doing that. Oh, we planting a garden next spring. Guess who doing all the rowing?
Yeah.
That's how you change these children. Because while they're doing that in the presence of us. Is it going to change them all? No. Is it going to fix everything? No. But the byproduct will be togetherness, and we'll be able to pick out who is the really, really crazy niggas that need to leave here.
I gotta let me say this. I have to apologize to my boy Unc B talking. No, I have to, because it just hit me when Jeff had reiterated it. You gotta sit Christmas out. You gotta sit this. You're gonna have to sit this out. I'm gonna make you so uncomfortable that you don't want to be this uncomfortable ever again. That made sense right there. That made a lot of sense, man, because when you start doing that right there, I'm telling you, even if the parents is on some BS, children know enough, especially being that young, right? They know enough to say, I don't really want to do this no more, right? We gotta kind of figure stuff out. I don't think there's anybody on this panel that ain't never did something mischievous, right? Am I right about that? We've all
Yeah, of
did
course,
something
of
where
course.
we had to be punished and corrected. And the thing is that we just witnessed something on a global. Do we call it even TV anymore? I guess we still can call it TV, but it's from people that young people that don't recognize punishment. They don't understand correction. They don't understand these things. It's because they have parents that really have not taught them. When I'm seeing these girls, that one little girl that sat back and said, you know, I apologize, and we understand what kids do. You know, they would sit there and cry and try to cry anyway or whatever, and they put on this act, and I'm sorry that I did this and all that. As fathers, I said, damn, man, we are very much needed, because this is the reason why. We all are assholes. And in some cases to a fault, but not in all cases. And matter of fact, in majority of cases, we are right.
If you're
All
any
of
good
us.
at it, you're an
Right.
asshole.
Yeah,
Every one of us.
No doubt. Hey, Trucker Young found out, said update. They also found the other videos of them jumping other people. Don't know about y'all, but them little people getting G-checked. Shout out to my guy Trucker. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Hey,
The same kids? The same
yeah,
kids?
the same kid. Yeah, that's what, remember I told you. Them same kids had jumped another kid while his mom was protesting against them jumping that They ain't even funny. They stomped the shit out that little boy. That shit ain't even funny, but yeah,
That's
they
just,
held
I didn't know they was notorious like
yeah,
that.
they
I didn't know.
notorious. They a brood of undesirables. But
Oh,
yo,
good
man,
Lord.
thank y'all for coming through, man. We appreciate y'all, man. You good, DJ?
Yeah, I'm
Ready to
good.
shut it down?
Yeah, I'm about to shut it down. Show the birthday girl April again, you know what I'm saying? And the birthday festivities, birthday activity. As a matter of fact, we about to leave here with a little bit of birthday music.
Thank you
Hope
to everybody who
everybody
supported the
enjoy.
show. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, brothers. My guy, Uncle Shreem, my guy, Uncle Jeff, my guy, JT. Thank y'all for coming through, kicking it with us. And shout out to
Love y'all,
our
man.
co-host,
All right,
our
y'all.
lovely co-host, Rogue C, and LA Project. Pray all as well with LA Project, and my guy, DJ Wish Doctor. Salute to you, good sir.
Let's go.
Go, shorty. Go, shorty. Doctor. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. Go, shorty.